Hello and welcome to Uncivil Law, where we learn through the misfortunes of others. I am Kurt, and please enjoy this legal educational content. And hopefully today is the day that I earn that subscribe button. Subscription. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Legal education content. I have no idea what we're doing.
No.
We're going. It's off the rails early.
Yes.
Huh.
Damn, he's a sexy bitch.
Look at that guy. And we're off. And we're off. And we're off and running. And we have no clue where this is going.
Mm-hmm. Yes. No clue. But we're having fun and we're hanging out with you. The uncivilians.
Everybody.
What are your guys? The lumberites?
I don't know what we are.
Okay. Tree huggers?
Guys, do we have a name? I don't know if we have a name. Anyways, where are you coming from? Oh, the camera's following me now. We have two cameras set up today. And it's odd. Yep. See? All you gotta do is make sudden move. It's not coming at me. I don't like it. Oh, there it goes. I see it. All right.
Rob made me this cup.
Yes,
with
I
my
did
logo
know
on it.
that my voice mod
was on. I didn't know my voice mod was on.
Did you not know?
I had no
That's
clue.
hilarious.
What was it on?
I don't know.
Huh. Well, that's cool.
Okay.
Welcome to Uncivil Law.
Absolutely. Where we learn through the misfortunes of others. As always, I hope you enjoy this wood-related content. And today is the day I earned that subscription. If you'd like to see my wood, press 1.
No, we can't start that way. That's terrible. Oh, and a kiss slow-mo of Kurt drinking his beverage. All right, where are you guys coming from? Is it evening, morning, afternoon? What are you drinking? Did you have a good week? I want to hear all about it. Let's see. While people are still streaming in here, we've got some. I've got zeros, ones. I have no idea what the zeros, ones, and twos are.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Camera 1, camera 2.
Hey, look, we have Kristen M. from your home state.
There you go.
South Carolina.
Represent. Florida. One of your brethren just went to prison.
Yeah, they did. They really did.
After a dynamite closing argument, 10 out of 10, I thought for sure it'd be acquittal across the board. But, it proves that even the best forecasters get it wrong sometimes, Rob.
They really do. North Carolina we have in here. I'm going to have to.
North Carolina is an inferior Carolina, and they should know that.
I don't know about that. Hang on. Let's do this.
No, they're not as cool.
I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do the wide. We're going to do the wide. I don't like that one. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if I do this? I don't know.
I don't know.
You guys, this is Friday Night Frenzy. It's supposed to be fun. And just relaxing. Rhode Island. We've got the creepy voice double. Yeah, that was total screw up. We were playing around beforehand, and it didn't go great. We got Texas. We got Scotland at 1 a.m. Secret Squirrel, Scotland.
Secret McSquirrel represent the best McSquirrel of them all.
And everyone in the chat can please find that custom emoji if you remember, and you can drop the squirrels in the chat. More South Carolina. We got South Carolina in the house.
Yeah.
Ontario, Canada. Montreal.
Fun fact about South Carolina: more people emigrated through Charleston than through Ellis Island.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's one catch.
What's the catch?
They weren't voluntary.
Oh, that's not a catch. That's inappropriate. But also true. Also true. We've got some Ohio in the house. We've got Savannah. Oh, I love Savannah. Savannah's fantastic. Largo, Florida. Australia is dominating the chat. I don't know whether that's true or not. We have no clue.
Mm-hmm.
But I posed a very interesting question. Whether Malört. Have you ever had Malört?
I've not. I've heard enough tales to not try it.
It's not worth it.
No.
You don't want to do it.
No.
It's bad for your health.
Yes.
But the question was, it's.
Hey, yeah, how you doing, civilians?
Oh my God, this is bad.
Which is the sexier, number 1, number 2?
No, don't. I don't know what to do. Oh, Chris, it's 10 a.m. in Australia. This is early morning, and we're starting our day. I'm so sorry. We've got upstate New York. We've got Arkansas. And then we've got Vermont with some maple liquor and some rum and ginger ale.
Respect.
Oh, like it. Gansvort. How do I?
Gansvort?
I
I
have
think you're
never heard
right.
of that. Unfrozen Caveman Lawyer. One, I love that name. Oh, look, I have the Malört King himself.
I heard someone say Malört, and I think it
I-
summoned me.
It did. You say Malört 3 times. Mike, we have a camera that's going off the rails.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that you're associated with Malört because both leave a bad taste in my mouth.
I'll behave. The problem is I pre-partied for the last one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did a
Okay.
happy hour stream on my channel, and then I went out to dinner and had a couple. And then I was on your channel too long. I promise.
Right.
I promise I'll behave. I do.
All right, look here. You got Chicago.
Do you want me to come see you in Chicago? I could make a way. I'm planning on seeing Nate and Joe in New York next week, and I could swing by Chicago on my way to Austin.
Lord. Oh yeah, it's right on the way.
It's
Rob's
west.
going out.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are off, and we are off and running in a direction. I don't know if it's a good direction or a bad direction.
No.
It's just a direction.
No, what Rob told me is to just be me, and I'm planning on living that to the fullest manifestation possible.
I don't remember that conversation. at all.
That was the implication.
I think I was like, you need to.
He's absorbing his own message. I like that.
So,
I like that.
but Mike, you'll appreciate this one. I didn't have Malört lying around, so I tried to find the nearest substitute, and I'll pull it up in a second to show you what
River water?
No, river water tastes better than that. Yeah. We've got, we started off uncivil. We are uncivil. This is an uncivilized group. And that's kind of, ooh, that was aggressive.
Wait, how do you have you have 2 shots over there? Look at you.
Yeah, with 2 cameras.
Switch between them?
Not intentionally. The one that's up on the
the one on the camera is a smart camera. It just does its automatic zoom in. Shit. It just
I hate
decides
that.
whether to zoom in on someone at some point for no particular reason, like that.
Yeah. I've got cameras that autofocus, and I set them down. I might just throw them out. I'm not gonna return this. Whatever. I'm not using it.
It's funny that it focuses on the inopportune moments. Like if I do like that, there it goes.
And it's got a motion sensor or something.
Oh, good lordy.
I missed the damn verdict.
I know you did.
I
It's a
got
shame.
sucked into
It's all right.
this.
We're gonna try and pull it up because I want to see his
Not
face.
guilty. Across the board, justice was done in the great state of Florida.
For those of you. Oh, look, for those of you who don't know,
Which is everybody.
there was a trial that went on this week that a lot of us didn't know about until a very epic moment occurred.
Yes, I'd like to fire my lawyer, and I'd like to represent myself, please, in the cross-examination of my wife, who says I committed prurient assault against her.
I like good.
It is my-
I see what you did there. You cleaned that up. That's nice.
That was
Yeah,
good.
it is a word I use quite frequently on my own channel to get around the YouTube problems.
Kurt, you got to back up a little bit. You're really loud. Hang on. I'm going to do this. Here's the thing.
No,
If I put the mic closer to
No.
me and further away
No.
from the loud uncivilian,
No,
I'm probably just driving all of you nuts right now.
I want to know what love is.
No screaming. Back over.
I want you to show. No.
No.
I want to feel what love is. I'm getting pushed out of the shot now.
No, you're not getting pushed out of the shot.
I
You're getting
don't even
pushed-
have an excuse. I've had 2 sips of White Claw.
You're getting pushed away from the microphone because I think you're blowing the ears out of every single person in the
I'm
chat.
just a loud guy.
He is. He's a very loud guy. Oh my gosh. All right. So for those of you who don't know, Trevor Summers went on trial today. He did. He went on trial and he fired his attorney essentially mid examination. His wife had done direct examination. And he basically says, I don't like the way that my attorney's going to handle this cross.
He doesn't understand the facts well enough.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That was his argument.
That's what he said. My attorney doesn't understand the facts well enough. Okay.
He said, I'm not unhappy with his services. He just doesn't understand the facts.
That's definitely the problem.
Yep.
He wasn't in the room when I did purient things with my ex-wife.
Hmm.
Only
it
I
was
only
so
I can
bad.
repeat that numerous times.
Yeah. When I
Voluntarily
decided to
until
break into the house at like 3 a.m. and tie her up, and
You don't need to yell.
I'm not yelling.
I know, you
I'm
don't-
projecting like a good theater kid.
You don't.
Projecting.
You don't need to project. This is a really fine microphone. Just talk to me like you were downstairs. It's normal.
I don't want to though.
I don't want to. He wants to yell.
Project.
No, you don't want to project. We're good.
Okay, fine.
We're happy.
All right.
We're happy.
Okay.
Drink your cocktail.
Okay.
Good, Kurt.
All right.
I couldn't find Malört, but you know what I did? I found a substitute.
What do you? Yeah, what do you mean? You can't. You seriously didn't look for Malört?
No, I didn't look for Malört. Who looks for Malört?
Because
Like
you can
who?
get Malört anywhere around here.
I'm being oppressed.
He's not being oppressed. Look, Shelly Cat is coming to your defense. Some people talk louder than others. Like, here's the thing. The funny thing is the chat is equally divided. Kurt, your voice too loud. Thank you, Kurt. Kurt, the loud voice is in Rob's room.
You have to learn as a trial lawyer. You should know all about projection and allowing your voice to carry the room, making sure that you're heard.
Here, this one makes there you go. You sing out projection just upon entering the room.
There you go.
Yep, you've entered the room.
I have entered the room, and
There you go.
And I know about the secrets that is projection. Using the deep part of your voice, your whole chest, to just get your voice louder, resonate.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why am I still holding the denatured alcohol?
Oh no.
I'm gonna put it down.
Because you're also denatured.
Also true. That was low. That was no, it wasn't low. That was actually fine. I don't see any problem with that. Anyways,
Jojo, the Everclear. That
I know. And we're gonna do this
before someone says it.
Yep. All righty then.
I want to make sure the back of the courtroom hears me just
They hear you.
adequately.
They do.
Okay.
They do. If you keep projecting too much, you can project from the back of the courtroom. Mike, that's a face that we don't often make Mike make. Mike makes us make that face, not often the other way around. Oh, all
It's
right.
getting a little wild out there in Fairfax or wherever you are.
You know, it really is. It really is. And we're gonna do this because we're not gonna be here until 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever freaking time we ever were last time. Because I'm gonna go ahead and hit these early super chats. Brentwood Chic, love you too, and the two cameras. Thank you very much for that super chat. Poise Nelf, did you know there's a museum of tort law between Winstead, Connecticut?
I did not know that.
I wonder what's in that museum.
Field trip.
That's pretty cool, though. Hi from Finland. Night shift here, but glad to catch at least the start live. Drinking Red Bull. Oh my, that is dangerous. Totally not a screw up. Keep the voice. No, that is gone. That can come back at some point in time. Yeah, Uncivil Truffle Hound is in the house, everyone. 9-inch Nail Scout. Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. Yep, I do know that. That is awesome. Noel Dunn. Good morning. 1:10 a.m. from Ireland. Late night shift for a month. Oh my. Okay, we're going to make you laugh at some point in time, hopefully, if we haven't already done so. Because I think that we're going to have some fun tonight. We are farming today in Victoria. Woke up too late for the mountain. Okay. Liz Metcalf got a bottle of Frappato. Oh, yep. Leftover fajitas. Hopefully that bottle of Sangiovese is sitting beside you because we might need two tonight. Rob, please try Bacardi lemonade. I have. It's pretty good. Anthony Curtis, thank you for the super sticker. Jojo, there you are, Mike. Jojo, Everclear.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me of college and bad decisions.
Yeah.
Oh, Brunello de Montalcino. One of my favorite wines. Montalcino, Montepulciano. Oh my gosh, anytime. And Friday Night Frenzy, Rob, Mike, and Kurt. What could be better? Is there a sign-up sheet for Wood Daddy Airbnb? I feel like I can't do that because no, I can't do that. Some of y'all are heathens.
All my friends are heathens. Take it slow.
Oh, good
Wait
song.
for them to ask you who you know.
Good song. Lumber Dragon, you don't find Malört. Malört finds you. No, it doesn't. Hopefully not. It is not. Malört needs to be on the certain list that we keep of individuals that must stay away from schools.
Hmm.
That needs to be Malört.
The maps.
The maps. Yep.
Maps belong on walls.
Joe J, PJ, Everclear, and fruit juice. That is dangerous. It is so dangerous. Oh my word. It's purple and you say, oh, Jesus, the next day, or you say, take me to Jesus because I can't walk. So, Mike, tell us how you got involved in the Trevor Summers case.
It's my viewer's fault as usual. I'm trying to go to bed. You guys have channels. Your viewers do this to you. I'm like mellowing out. Somebody sends it to me on IG or something. I'm like, okay, let me look at this. And then I was like,
Do I get my name on screen or what, by the way? Because I don't get any promotion here for my brand.
I don't know. I'm going to find a way. I'll figure it out.
So,
Disrespect.
Mike, continue.
Well, so I saw one. I'm like, all right, I can do a video on that tomorrow because it's cool. So I did. And then of course, while I'm doing it, the chat says, the trial's going on right now because like I don't know anything. And I didn't. And then so then I get done with the video and then I like just go live stream the rest of the trial. Mid-trial. It all started, of course, because he fired his attorney, like Kurt was saying. That's what blew it up.
Well, why doesn't that show up? Yeah, it went a little bit nuts and it went not okay.
Well, it was awesome. You should get him. I don't know if he's around, but it was awesome of John. I didn't even think about that until that was after. That was last night late, and I said, and I was talking to John. I'm like, dude, you're in Tampa. Why don't you go over to the courthouse? And he's like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
and it was fun to see him in there.
I don't know how John didn't reach that conclusion beforehand. Like, didn't he send you a picture from like the courthouse?
Yeah, I'm like, you're in Tampa. Can you get to the courthouse? And he takes a picture off his front porch. He's like, it's right there. It's like right next to this building. He points it out to me. I'm like, yeah, that's close. Why don't you go over there?
I mean, just ridiculous.
Yeah, but I wouldn't know. I mean, let me put it this way. There are 25 interesting good cases going on in Cook County right now. I'm not aware of one of them. And if someone said,
that's Kurt's shock face.
Said, put your suit on and go over to the Daily Center, I'd be like, no, I'm not
doing it. It's one of the many, many shootings every weekend.
And I already go over there. I'd be like, no.
All right, so let's see if I can find this and not boomer myself, because I always boomer myself every time I try to do this. Let's see if we can find it on the YouTubes, because I do feel like his closing argument today, it definitely.
You really want to rewatch this?
I do.
It was painful the first time, man.
It was painful, but it was a lesson that we all need to learn. As in, when you represent yourself, you convict yourself.
Well, he convicted himself so many different ways. Number one way was talking to the police, because the prosecutor kept referring to the post-Miranda interview. I'm not sure why they kept referring to it as a post-Miranda interview, but they did. And a lot of the wonderful things came from this post-Miranda interview. Like, why didn't we test for DNA? Well, he admitted to the act, so don't really need to. Why didn't we test the rope? He admitted tying her up. Why didn't we do this? Well, because of, So the lesson in all is, it is Friday. It is Friday.
It is.
In honor of Pop Brothers at Law. What do we say?
Shut the Friday.
That's right. Shut the F up Friday. Don't talk to police.
Do you want me to use the voicey thingy when you say it? I'll try to time it right. Go ahead.
Okay. Shut the Friday.
Did that work? I think it worked.
Yeah. I need more toys.
You do not need more toys.
I'm not sure about the Stream Deck thing. He's trying to sell me on
toys. I mean, YouTube toys.
Yeah.
That was mature. All right, so hang on. I'm going to see if I can do this without boomering it.
We get to watch the verdict?
We're going to watch the verdict.
Okay. And then we get to watch the other verdict where the DA
let's watch the verdict.
Watch that again.
I feel so cheated. I was gone.
Why? Yeah.
What, you have a life or something?
More light.
Yeah.
I don't like that. That's a lot of light. Much better. Oh, guys, like making these setups is so fun. And yes, I'm still in love with my soundboard. And yes, I'm still trying to figure this out. And looking
now, if you click share,
If you click share and then click add window with
Okay.
the share sound, that will help.
Share screen.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you go over to
Tab. Got
and you
it.
click the thing, and then you click share tab. Yeah, with it, click the thing.
This one.
There
Yep.
you go. Click share tab.
Uh-huh.
It's already on, so click share.
Uh-huh.
There you go. I've now sufficiently mansplained it
You guys.
in a very passive aggressive way.
I am Kurt's a genius. Kurt's a genius. We knew that though. Kurt's always if I ever have a question about anything constitutional, Kurt, I think this means this. And I say, Kurt, does this mean this? And Kurt says, no, it doesn't. You're wrong. But I learned something that day. Okay. Yes, I have to look through the boom to see different parts of the screen. And the camera keeps following. Stop following me.
Mm.
All right. So let's see. Let's find the guilty.
They had a snuggle struggle.
Yep. Yep. A snuggle. Oh, that's a good term. Did you just come up with that?
No, that's someone else's.
Snuggle struggle? That's really inappropriate, but also fairly accurate as to what he tried to relay. So we're going to watch this, the verdict coming down, and then we're going to watch why he got convicted, because we're going to watch some of his closing argument.
Thank you, Deputy Estea. I will review the verdict form, and then I will present
You
it
hear
to
that,
the
Mike?
clerk to be published.
And it's law and crime, so we have to keep talking, otherwise they're going to do something stupid. This is us talking through this so that you can't do a copyright claim, you fucking assholes.
They haven't come for me yet.
Today is the
I'd like to remind you, under the
26th.
government edicts doctrine, because this
All
is a
right,
work
I
of
am
the
going
government,
to
it's not
present the
copyrightable.
form
Now we have the
to
verdict.
Madam Clerk, Mr. Summers, I'll ask that you please stand for the publishing of the verdict.
Please stand, sir, while we go ahead and make sure that you get.
Trevor Summers, case number 2017 CF 3896, trial division 2.
Get him.
We, the jury, find as follows as to count 1. The defendant is guilty of attempted murder in the first degree,
No reaction.
and
None.
did the defendant personally
He knew it.
Of course he
carry,
did.
display, use, threaten, or attempt to use a weapon? Yes.
He's like, yep, I did that. Mm-hmm.
We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 2. The defendant is guilty of attempted in the first degree,
Yep.
and the defendant personally carry, display, use.
Oh, it's starting to dawn on him.
attempt
See the
to
blink
use
rate
a
go up?
weapon? Yes.
Mhm.
And he's
We,
breathing
the
heavier.
jury, find as follows as to count 3. The defendant is guilty of kidnapping as charged. We,
Yep.
the jury, find as follows as to count 4.
You see the
The
sway?
defendant is guilty of sexual battery by a person 18 or older upon a victim 18 or older as charged.
Yep.
Did the defendant sexually penetrate the vagina of Alicia Summers? Yes. We, the jury, find as follows as to
Awkward.
count 5. The defendant is guilty of sexual battery by a person 18 or older upon the victim 18 or older as
Yep.
charged. And did the defendant's sexual organ penetrate the vagina of
Yep.
Alicia Summers? Yes. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 6. The defendant is guilty of child neglect as charged. We, the jury,
At this point, he knows
find
it's all
as
of them.
follows as to count 7. The defendant is guilty of child neglect as charged. We, the
Oh, I'm
jury,
watching his
find
breaths.
as
Yes, his
follows
blink
as
rate
to
went
count
through the
8.
roof and his breath started
The
getting heavy.
defendant
Yes,
is guilty of
watching.
child neglect as charged.
Shoulders
We,
raising.
the
Yep.
jury, find as follows as to count 9. The defendant is guilty of child
Hopefully that
neglect
brings her
as
some
charged.
peace.
We, the jury, find as follows as to count 10. The defendant is guilty of grand theft motor vehicle as charged. We,
Yep.
the jury, find as follows as to count 11. The defendant is guilty of violation of domestic violence injunction as charged.
Yep.
So say we all dated this 26th day of August, 2022. Eric McClare, foreperson of the jury.
You have the name?
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Mr. Summers, you may be seated. Let me
Good thing we
ask,
couldn't hear it.
does Either
I could,
side
Well,
the court to have the jury polled.
It's public
at this
information.
time. State.
It was wild how just little he
All
reacted.
right. Gentlemen of the jury,
No,
what
there was
that
a reaction,
means
you just
is
couldn't
the
see it.
clerk
He was
is
good at
gonna ask
hiding it.
Each one of you individually whether the verdict that
I'll
she
tell you
published
about it.
No,
in a
judge, you
second.
gotta
will
pull it
true,
just to be
correct
sure,
verdict
which is a good
in
call.
this case.
So the shoulders, you see how he's compressing his chest and he's pushing his hands together? His blink rate also went through the roof.
True and correct verdict.
You been hanging out with Spidey too much.
Juror 3, is this
I
your
just
true
study
and
this stuff,
correct
period.
verdict? Juror 4.
You're a
is
trial
this your
attorney,
true
Mike. You
and
know this
correct
stuff.
verdict? Juror 5, is this your true and correct
I know
verdict?
nothing.
Juror 6, is this your true and correct verdict?
Thank you again, Madam Clerk. Is there anything from either
Remand into
side that
custody
the court
now.
dismisses this jury? State.
I want to see him go in cuffs.
Mr. Summers?
Nothing from me, Your Honor.
All right,
Thank you.
gentlemen of the jury, this is the last time that I'm going to have an opportunity to thank you for your
Yep.
very important service.
Oh, please tell me we get to see him
your
go in cuffs.
attention here during this trial.
We do.
And your patience.
We get to
with
see him
me
go in cuffs.
And everyone else here.
I've waited for that one,
I am
this
at
one.
this time able
for that
to
entire
release you from
Hasn't he
all
been
of
in
the
custody this
prior
whole time, or has he been
things
out?
that I
He's been in
said about
custody.
not doing any research, not looking up stuff, not talking to others. As you've noticed, there are
Also,
cameras in the
great
courtroom.
judge this
I
entire
imagine
trial.
there are
I thought,
media
yeah, Judge,
reports
from what I
about
saw,
this
I was
crime.
fine.
You are about this
Patient.
trial. You are
I
welcome.
don't know what
now
he's talking
to
about.
watch
All those jurors
those,
were in
to
my chat.
Look up things, to talk to people. You can tell now your friends, family members, co-workers about the trial. Lastly, your deliberations carry with them a very special protection, and you only have to talk
That's
about
so much
those
better. I like that
deliberations
angle. I'm going
by
to keep
court
that angle.
order. And that's a rare occasion, but you are able to talk if you decide about your deliberations. That is entirely up to you. So we have letters for
She's
you
still
that indicates that
processing in
you
the
were here
background.
all week. I don't know that those letters actually indicate how many hours each day that you were here, but you know now what a tough job it is. And I thank you on behalf of the judges, the
Can we
parties,
get a
the
runner?
attorneys,
No
the
cuffs.
citizens
They
of
escort him
Hillsborough
back.
County for your very
Come on.
important civic
But they revoked the
duty.
bond.
With that said,
Sure, is
I
he
am going to
bonded?
release you at this time. Please have a safe trip home and an enjoyable weekend. All rise for the jury.
Defendant's weekend will be less enjoyable.
Defendant's the rest of his next 30 years.
Rest of his life. Even in the best scenario, he's probably dying in prison. I mean, you know, he's 51, right?
I
Jury
mean, I
has
would,
exited. Everyone may be
generally
seated.
speaking, I would say something a lot more polite
Mr.
than I'm about
Summers,
to say,
the
but
next phase. Well, first I'm going to adjudicate
my
you on
age.
all 11
What are you
counts
saying? We're
and
dead
revoke
already?
any
Is that what you're
previous
trying to
bond
say here, Kurt?
that may
you
have
chat
been,
didn't know how old you were. You weren't supposed to age yourself.
posed against you. But the next stage
I'm
is
young, and I'll
the
be young forever.
sentencing.
Always.
And you are entitled again to representation since it is a different stage of the proceedings. If you
It won't
so
matter.
wish. So would you
You're gonna
like
get
to be
life.
On
represented
all those
by an
charges.
You're gonna
attorney?
get
That
life.
attorney would be your standby attorney.
I think
Mr.
mandatory
Marchese,
under
at
federal
the
law.
sentencing
Just
phase
attempt?
of this
well,
trial.
because they have 10-20
Yes,
life,
sir.
you know. 'cause,
Okay, so
you
Mr.
know,
Marchese, if you'll come on back down.
I think you're getting life. And the best
I
possible
will-
scenario is like, yeah, you're dying in prison
That's
one
all
way or
right. That's
another.
not a problem. But I will reappoint you from standby counsel to counsel for.
You know what? Reappoint now. I hope you fucking realize how
I don't think he realizes anything.
No.
because he didn't realize what he did was wrong. That was part of his closing argument, and that's yes, he gets his lawyer back for sentencing.
Let me turn to the state now to see. I do not know about Mr.
Pre-sentencing
Summers'
report.
prior record. Actually, I guess I do. When we went through the colloquy on whether he was going to testify, he had 4 prior, but those were misdemeanors.
4 prior misdemeanors, Judge. He has 6 federal counts that he's awaiting sentencing on.
Oh,
up
he's
north,
6 federal
that
counts.
he
Oh,
would be
good
entitled
times.
to a
Is
PSI.
that
That
the
was-
offshore
That's, I guess,
I don't know
I
what
was
that's
getting
about.
to. He certainly can waive that if he wishes. Mr. Marchese, would you
Oh,
like to
okay,
talk to him
so-
at this time about his entitlement to a pre-sentence investigation?
Now I guess the feds and
whether he wishes to waive
Florida will
such
have to fight about
entitlement?
who gets them first.
Uh,
The usual answer is who gets to you first, so typically it would be the feds.
Absolutely. Take.
I mean, I don't do that, but if he had a brain in his head, you could have pled this and done some
Plead the
time
what?
in jail, and gotten out.
Waive
Plead the what?
second investigation. We agree with
The
the
best
state.
the best you're
I
gonna
also
do
mentioned
is
some of
plead
those
out the
felonies are
attempted
more
murder
than
to
10
some
some
sort of
of those
aggravated. You're
misdemeanors
still looking
are
at.
more than 10 years.
Okay,
Judge
well,
would
the state will ultimately be preparing a score sheet, and I'll ask that they send that to you to take a look at to see if there's any dispute
All right.
over the score.
Well,
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
And he's got
seriously,
another trial coming up.
He's
So
there.
I watched that.
what's the
and
other trial?
His attorney comes in and says, "Well, I don't want to sentence him till after his next trial."
Well, you know what? Is he going to be smart about the next one and not represent himself?
It doesn't matter. He's toast now.
Doesn't matter.
The state will probably pitch it. The state's like, why don't we sentence him so we know if we need to bother to try him? And
Yeah, really.
And he's trying to hold out the sentencing to leverage it back and forth. Whatever.
Attempted murder, kidnapping, you're getting life.
Yeah. And
You're gonna
you know what?
on top of the federal time, you're gonna serve all the federal time
Rightly
before you
so.
even start serving your state time.
Rightly so.
So it's
What the? I mean, this guy just. And I see some of the people in the chat. Slow mode is too slow. There's 2,200 of you here. Slow mode is not too slow. Like that needs to be.
have
on.
you considered going over to the channel Uncivil Law and hitting that subscribe button? That'd be good right about now. If you go to Uncivil Law and the subscribe button is red, it is angry with you. Click it so it'll be pleased.
You can
Do
do
it
that
now.
if you want, but if you subscribe to Law Talk with Mike, it'll speed up the chat.
That's right. That's
You
saying.
guys, you
I got
realize
certain pull.
I got grifters. Guys. I got grifters.
I know people in that organization.
if you want him to get life, subscribe to Uncivil Law. The more people who subscribe to my channel, the more years in prison he gets. That's how it works in Florida. A full copy of the number of subscribers will be sent as part of the pre-sentencing report.
You guys are freaking terrible. You guys are terrible. All right. We're going to catch up on some super chats because I want you guys to digest this and I want to come back and we're going to go through his closing argument a little bit because I've seen some stuff. I don't know that I've seen what I saw today. And
No,
oh,
I'm not really looking forward to seeing it again. I have to be honest.
so while yeah,
They posed the question was posed several times in my chat. Who's worse at impeaching a witness, Elaine or this guy? And I got to tell you, it's close. I don't know.
I saw those and I was going, I don't want to answer this question. Like, because someone's going to try and do the body language reading and be like, Rob's totally lying because I might have been.
When you ask the witness to provide the transcript to impeach them, you fucked up. I mean, that's not how it's done.
And you know, and this is why I wanted that verdict to come in. This is really why I wanted that verdict to come in because you know what? This is a really sensitive topic, and I want to get to the point where he was allowed to cross-examine his ex-wife.
Yeah.
And we will clarify why he was allowed to as a constitutional entitlement. It just
Sixth Amendment, baby.
You have that right. It's a pain in the butt. But the thing is, this is a case that I wanted this guilty verdict to come in because I wanted to be able to laugh at him, knowing that he has quite literally sunk his own ship. He had a bad case to begin with. He gave a full confession on audio that detailed how he kidnapped her, took her, tied her up.
Don't talk to the police.
Just shut the up. And even then, it's not even that. This guy was going to doom his case from the beginning. So yeah, I want to laugh at him. I do. And I also want to basically hope that this woman, this survivor, gets a little bit of her life back and a little bit of herself back after seeing that he got convicted on all counts and is going to be in jail for the rest of his existence. As he so deserves.
And she did perfectly on the stand.
She was a
She was a great witness.
just a complete.
She took the class somewhere and she got it down.
I mean, that that woman is strong AF and good for her. I hope that she's not a role model, like any person that's ever been through something hard that has to go up and face that challenge again. That's a pretty good example of how you do it. She did. She stood up to him. Thank you, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Can we rate Jepson's to other Malört drinks? Just don't trust this dislike. I don't know.
I don't know. Are there other Malört drinks?
I don't know. It's Wormwood. Tequila. Happy Friday,
Like
Aviation
absinthe?
Fanatic. It is Wormwood. Yeah.
Okay.
Just a terrible version of it.
Oh.
Someone actually commented on that on Twitter. I learned something today, and it was a direct translation, I think, from Finnish. Anyways, yes. Tequila. Happy Friday. Enjoy the tequila. I will not be doing that because that reminds me of bad decisions. Brandon Lesko, heathen, keep. Yes, Brandon. Brandon's in the chat. Brandon, I hear that Uncivil is going to start doing $200 shots.
Yeah, I'll start doing them now, but you have to donate to me.
No, don't do that.
Or he has to pay me.
Nope. I mean, he's going to start doing it on his channel.
Yeah.
So.
Let's write me a check.
But Brandon's in the house. Pam Bystrack, Mike, have you had Slivovitz?
No, I don't even know what are we dealing with? What is Slivovitz? Is it vodka? I'm just guessing by the name.
Is that a Jewish wine?
I don't know. Oh, thank you, Secret McSquirrel. I saw the note.
I'll have to Google it.
I think you do need to Google it.
I generally drink Tito's, which is just alcohol, vodka. And then, but when I'm around here, I'm too lazy, so I just do
you do vodka.
Claw,
you do vodka and your
whatever.
Vodka and Truly or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Oh my, Brunella's my favorite. Yes, thank you, Lisa. I love it. How old are you, Robin? Are you single? I am not going to answer that question.
I'm single. I'm available, and at the moment in Alexandria. So convince me to move back.
We have gone uncivil. Ladies and gentlemen. We are off the rails. We are officially
This humor.
I don't know that we were
charm.
I don't know that we were on
Would be yours.
We were not on the rails to begin with. We started this. Oh Lord, Lisa, hi, thank you for that super chat. I'm of an age that is not senior but not junior, and I am.
He's a baby.
I'm a baby. And like a baby, I don't know whether I'm single or attached. That's a mystery for the chat. I don't know. Joe Tracy, hey everyone, love you all, love you too. Joe Tracy, Kristen M96 says Mike is quiet. Mike,
I'm behaving.
He's behaving. He's doing
Sort
very
of.
good. He does have the buttons down though.
Well, that's I'm always that way.
Otterly Bell, I'm sick and this is the highlight of my day. I don't know if I'm happy or sad. But yes, let's get you guys laughing a little bit. Because this week was freaking crazy. Why is Kurt sitting like he's on a piano and you're playing to him? Because it's a small room. And it's a camera. What do you want from me? Look at Kurt providing tech support. Yes, Kurt has been providing a lot of emotional and tech support. Kurt's a good guy. Trufflehound question. Why would a Florida judge allow this? Here we go. Good
Constitution.
answer. Mike, or not Mike, Kurt.
Yes, the Sixth Amendment gives you a right to confront the witnesses against you. So you have a fundamental right to confront the witnesses, which means you can
Also,
cross-examine them, and it gives you the right to attorney
also
or not.
gives you the right
So-
to represent yourself.
Yep.
Right. So there's your answer. Like you have a right to represent yourself, and you have a right to cross-examine the witnesses against you. So there you go, Sixth Amendment.
And it's
It's a good amendment, just like many of the amendments.
Mm-hmm.
it just is like, I know I get the part here where it's like the person gets to cross-examine the person they abused, but it also think about it for the cases that aren't this. You can't just think about the rights that exist for the people that are guilty. You have to think about the rights that exist for people that aren't. What if the accuser was not this woman who was wronged?
Right.
You have the right to face your accuser in court. You just do.
I mean, the baseline principle is the state is trying to take away your freedom. The state is trying to impose on you. And so you have a right to put them to their burden.
I'm
Well,
gonna.
all of these things historically come from abuse. These are this is after living for 1,000 years and having people get hunted down by lynch mobs and hearsay and all these things that seem technical and over the top. If they are not in place, you can just get hammered.
Yeah.
And there are reasons for it. So then of course you can find bad examples once you put them in place and you find people sort of abusing it. But there are reasons that all of these things exist. There are reasons that we don't allow hearsay. There are reasons we have a Sixth Amendment. There are reasons we have a First Amendment. All of those.
Yeah. Long historical lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That one. Sorry, I'm trying to not do stupid things, but I'm doing stupid things. And I don't know how I'm doing stupid things.
I don't even know what you're trying to do.
Just let me try and fail in peace. I don't know how to try and fail in peace. I don't know how to do a lot.
Cocktail.
You do that. You do that. Kurt, you covered some stuff today. You covered the affidavit and the unsealing.
Yeah, I covered the affidavit today, and I also covered the Barr memo from 2019 dealing with the non-prosecution decision
Uh-huh.
of the then Attorney General Barr, Justice Department against Trump on the obstruction charges. And they were both very interesting.
Well,
Of
I want to hear about your favorite case.
all time?
No, the one that you're going to be covering come October.
Yes. Well, in October, we're going to be covering the Murdoch trial from South Carolina. This genteel, old school, Southern sort of aristocrat lawyer. The interesting thing about Murdoch is that his family has been the chief prosecutor of the Low Country, South Carolina, basically since they created the current judicial districts. So a Murdoch has been the chief prosecutor of Greater Charleston, and by this I mean basically a quarter of the state. But they've been the chief prosecutor of basically a quarter of the state of South Carolina for the last 100 years and change. Murdoch himself has been charged with, it's hard to keep track, honestly. It's either 15 or 16 indictments, of which there are 81 or 83 felonies. Currently, the trial of the moment is relating to the murder of his wife and his son. And that trial is supposed to happen in October. So that one I'm really looking forward to covering because it's, old school aristocratic, deep Southern, Southern genteel kind of case.
Genteel. Tell the chat how that entire case started.
Yeah, the interesting, the case kind of, at least for me, it seems to have started with his son was 19, I believe, at the time, and was drunk driving a boat and, crashed the boat, and a girl who was also 19 died. And so that seems to have been where a lot of this started. And then it just gets bizarre from there. It seems to have spiraled out of control. He also, at one point, apparently, he tried to take out a hit on himself. He hired a hitman to kill him for insurance fraud because he had a $10 million life insurance policy. So, out of some sense of guilt or something, whatever, but apparently the hitman he hired wasn't very good because he's still alive and we're talking about it. But yeah, that happened at one point. He also stole $8.5 million from his clients because he's an attorney. So he stole it, including $4 million from his housekeeper, who he may have murdered, then took over her case, got a wrongful death award, and then stole the money, which is the most Machiavellian plan ever. Kill her, take over the case, get a wrongful death award, then steal the money. Insult to injury, big time.
Yo,
He may not be a nice guy.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to put that. You got to open an estate and put that past a probate judge. I mean, you got people looking at that.
Yeah. Well, the housekeeper had recently just been exhumed. I mean, we don't have formal charges yet, but that's coming down the pipe as the charges of murder for the housekeeper.
how many counts is he facing right now?
83, I think. It's hard to keep track. Almost all of them are related to money laundering, honest services fraud, bank fraud, wire fraud. Stealing the client money, lots of it. It's a very interesting case, but not nearly as complicated factually as a case I'm still trying to get my head completely around, which is coming up in January, which is the Chad Daybell Laurie Vallow cult murder case out of Idaho.
Oh God.
This case is just weird on every possible level. Laurie Vallow, first of all, figuring out what Laurie Vallow's name is
is non-trivial because she's been married 5 times. She's got 3 different first names,
which we
and
don't hate.
fi-
That's fine. You can
and-
be married 5 times.
she's got 3 different first names and 5 different last names. So figuring out what to call her is a whole nother thing. But she murdered her kids. Well, this is the allegation. She murdered her kids in connection with Chad Daybell, who is this Mormon. He's not mainstream Mormon. I think he's a Mormon faction cult leader who writes.
I think he's best known for his literature.
Yeah, and I've read some of his literature on stream. I've read it together with you. Read some of the Mormon love fiction.
No,
It's good times. It is good times, and they conspire to murder the kids, and that's just where it starts because we have family members. Because Chad Daybell has also been indicted. Chad Daybell has been indicted for the murder of his first wife in Arizona. So that's also pending. And New Mexico is looking at them, and there was attempted assassinations and everything. It is got to be, and also Lori Vallow was also fun because she was adjudicated mentally unfit to stand trial for a while.
I don't think you can do any more and alsos.
She was mentally unfit to stand trial for a while. Apparently, she's mentally fit now, but her sanity is definitely coming into the picture. So that's coming to January, and I'll be covering that gavel to gavel on my channel. So look forward to that nightmare.
And then, geez,
Wow.
this is just
Yeah.
wow. All right, so that's just a bunch of crazy. If you guys ever want to know where actual like crime drama and movies and like telenovelas come from, there are real cases like that. Like there just are.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And no, I don't have a hard time with the crazy. Like to the chat, I don't have a hard time with the crazy.
Now, someone said Emily D. Baker is covering Murdoch. I don't think she's been covering Murdoch. She's been covering Girardi, which
is itself.
Yes, which sounds similar. But Murdoch is East Coast. Girardi is West Coast. So Girardi was the guy, one of the guys that was associated with Aaron Brockovich. He does these mass torts, plane crashes, toxic water, toxic everything. And he apparently stole somewhere between $100 million and $500 million from his clients, but no bodies that we know of.
Oh my gosh!
So
right.
that's the case that Emily D. Baker has been covering a lot more of. So I don't know whether she's.
Oh, really?
No,
Right
she's
definitely been talking a lot more about Girardi.
She's trying to cover. She's covering all of them. The thing is, it's like there's too much.
How many attorneys are there involved and how many frauds? It's hard to keep track.
Yeah, but if he's doing like a mass tort kind of a thing, that's a lot harder to trace because it's very dispersed. So you might have 1,000 clients and you're stealing 1,000
trustee litigation.
Oh yeah, in that case, and his estate is in bankruptcy, and it might be the most complex bankruptcy to ever bankruptcy by the time we're done.
Yep.
Trying to undo all that, the law firm and everything. And Girardi himself is physically and mentally unwell, so he'll never see a courtroom.
Yep.
And it's very, very depressing. And
yes,
his wife has been ordered to pay back money because stolen things. It's part of the Real Housewives crew. That's definitely something also Emily D. Baker has been talking about with all the Real Housewives. There's so many of them going to jail. We're going to do Real Housewives of the federal penitentiary before too long.
Yep.
Because of how many of them are going to prison.
And yes, to the chat. You guys don't have to keep knowing. We know that Emily is covering both.
Yeah.
Yes, Emily does. She covers damn near everything.
Yeah.
We do know. We know she's covering both.
Yeah.
Kurt is just obsessed with the day, but not obsessed. He has taken a very, very, very.
I didn't know that Emily had covered Murdoch. I definitely saw her cover Girardi, so
yeah.
Thought maybe there was some confusion on the point, but okay, I understand she's covered both. Fair enough.
Correct.
I don't see everything Emily D. Baker covers.
I know.
She's a great attorney, but
it's fine.
There's too many of us. There's too many law tubers. I can't watch this all the time.
Nah, there aren't enough. There's more cases than we can cover. I was and thank you for coming over and bailing me out again, Kurt, today. But for instance, I just found out about this 48 hours ago, so I can't claim it's a passion project or anything. But this case was amazing, and I was the only person outside of
this case. This case was normal.
My source video, let's say, that was covering this case.
I mean, this case was normal until it wasn't.
Yeah.
We gotta catch up. We gotta catch up so bad. Oh my gosh, we're in trouble. He went shopping for Camille and ended up with one L Elaine. No, he went shopping for Camille, had somewhere in between Camille and Elaine, fired that person and ended up with the person that poops on beds. That was themselves. Yeah. That was that. Jen, thank you for that very generous super chat. Don Joe Mo, he has more trials coming. I cannot wait. I don't want to see him to do anything else ever. He tried to fire his lawyer the day before trial started. Idiot. Yeah, we have opinions. Judy, you got this. So many people are gifting memberships. I know I saw that a bunch of people have been. It's awesome. You guys are freaking amazing. Be kind. Thank you for the super chat. He may not find prison as peaceful as jail. He seemed. Oh, I've got a surprise to the chat, and she's in PJs. That was bad. I need to bring her on so that you don't.
Hey, friends.
Hello.
Hi. I just heard you say there's too many law tubers, so cheers. I'm here.
They're not enough.
Not
Debbie,
enough. Yo.
To the near 2,500 people that are here watching us, why don't you introduce who you are, what you do, whether you have a channel, and what you cover?
Oh wow, that's a lot.
I know. I gave it to you a list, like boom, boom, boom.
Okay, I can handle this. Who am I? I'm Debbie Davis. I'm a prosecutor, assistant prosecutor in St. Joseph County, Michigan. I work in one of the really fun district courts that handle a lot of wild cases, but I also do a lot of felony stuff. I'm one of the special victim prosecutors for, criminal sexual conduct, child abuse, that sort of thing. So I do have a channel. It's called Debbie Davis Said. So if you want to know what I said, you go over my channel because then you'll know. And it's a joke that my friend's daughter. Anyway, so you could watch the video. It'll tell you why I'm named that. I also have really kick-ass goats and sheep and pigs and rabbits, chickens, ducks. A little bit of everything.
Can you tell us, Mikey has a favorite goat?
Oh, Little Mikey is by far a fan favorite. He's a cute little, I think, got some dwarf genetics in him, but he wasn't supposed to.
Are the ears still floppy?
Oh yeah, like one ear's still like twisted and one ear's still like crunched. Yeah, his sisters have beautiful straight French Alpine ears, and he's got some really messed up.
Well,
ears.
Miss Davis, since you're a prosecutor, have you been following this Trevor Summers debacle fun in Florida?
I heard that there's something that I should be watching about that. Haven't yet because
it was entertaining. It's right up your alley. It was a sexual assault case with kidnapping and grand theft and all the other things. And he wound up representing himself, cross-examining the victim, and he gave just the best closing ever.
I mean, poor choices followed by more poor choices is what I'm hearing right there. So the first I had really heard of it, I went on Mike's stream earlier and watched not the verdict, but it was a fun stream anyway.
She was out with John. We're waiting for the verdict, and then just didn't happen.
Yeah. So you're waiting. I mean, you're not wrong. There's a verdict coming, just not today, apparently. So.
Oh no, it's there. Guilty on all counts.
Yeah.
It
was going to jail forever, and apparently facing so many charges from the feds and some other trials apparently coming down the pipe too.
Well, hang on. I don't think Debbie didn't catch the first part because she was showing us the sunset.
I'm sorry, showing the sunset and listening to my goats crying. Hey, can you go feed them, please? It's like time. My daughter came out here to creep on me. Anyway, let me hear the first part. ADD. Sorry, it's the real thing.
Guilty on all counts.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Mike.
So what does he get? What did he get on attempt murder? If he was in Michigan, what are you getting sentenced on an attempt murder?
I think the attempt is probably scored very similarly. I don't think he would be getting out of prison, honestly, with that many counts. Depending on his history.
11 counts.
Yeah.
And they're not small crimes,
No.
so I would say he's probably looking at
The attempted murder with the kidnapping is and the sexual assault is not minor.
No.
No.
Do you know what the maximum is? Is it a life?
I think so. I mean, it's Florida, so probably because it falls in that 10-20 life stuff. So I'm assuming it's life. And he's also facing. He's already been convicted. He's facing something like 12 counts on the feds for money-related stuff.
The same guy?
Yeah.
Wow. He's a hot mess.
So and he's not going anywhere in a hurry.
No. I'd say she's probably going to get all the assets in that divorce and not have to worry
there's a lot of them that have been frozen.
Oh, because of the fraud stuff?
Mm-hmm. So
Bummer.
And I want just jumping in real quick. For those of you who have not met Debbie, but her face looks very familiar, Debbie is a star in one of my favorite videos of all time. And that video, actually, can I bring that up?
Oh my God. Are you serious right now?
I kind of do.
I can't believe you're bringing up that Backstreet Boys video that I like.
Oh, no, I have to do this. I don't get you on my stream much. Yes, hang on.
I got some videos I hope you don't find.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
It's just that I was young and I needed the money.
Protective order violation.
He's pulling up the videos of like putting mustard on my feet or something. It's like you make
that's who you are. That's who you are.
I do it.
I remember this. You're one of the pro se people who watch the light disappear from your eyes.
Yeah.
Mike, I know you've watched this one.
Question every choice that you've ever made in your life.
Which one's better, the Vesa or the DC shorts?
Oh, geez. We have like a whole. Like,
I don't know if I've seen this. I don't know what you're talking about.
You have no idea what I'm talking about? Yeah, you do.
Oh, Lord.
You know.
No, the video that she always was that the one that I always think that you're known for is the video where the guy's in court with the victim.
Yeah, I mean that was the one that kind of.
This one's my favorite.
Threw our court into the spotlight. Oh my.
Oh no, I haven't seen this.
Oh my.
Okay, maybe.
The prosecutor realized that a victim's alleged abuser was in the same room as her during a court hearing over Zoom. Mary Lindsay was asked to describe what had happened to her, but she appeared reluctant and downplayed the contents of a 911 call she had made to police early last month.
It looks like I'm sticking my nose in the
She
air.
had accused boyfriend Kobe Cuter grew suspicious and raised her.
So that's why I want to have you on the stream. That's why I actually wanted to ask you this question.
Because it looks like I'm just like a snobby chick. And no, I was like trying to not like let Judge know that I was talking to somebody off screen and like listening to what she's saying. But yeah, there was like the whole situation. But yeah, so then I dialed back in.
Concerns to the judge, adding that she was extremely scared for Mary's safety.
This doesn't have the audio.
Your Honor, I have reason to believe that the defendant is in the same apartment as the complaining witness right now, and I'm extremely scared for your safety.
Is that weird for you to hear your voice?
Like, it is, because I screwed up saying complaining witness because I was going to say victim, but then it's like the defense attorney of 14 years in me was like, no, you call him a complaining witness, and like the complaining witness, and you know, just that sound bite of me.
Yeah, nobody else would ever know what you're talking about.
Well, now I just told everybody.
Right.
To it every time. Sorry. Sticks out. And the fact that she's looking off to the side and he's moving around, I want some confirmation that she is safe before we continue. And that wasn't hearsay. We'll get to that in a few moments.
Miss Lindsay, where are you right now?
Did you just throw an objection in there?
Yeah, right. It was a response to an objection. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it wasn't impermissible hearsay. Because I'd be like, yes, it was hearsay. Like, I know. I'm just saying it's not like impermissible hearsay, people.
The purpose.
Wait. You went. Hang on. I've got Mike dropping earth-shattering information here, and oh, by the way, that wasn't hearsay.
Yeah, I didn't want to forget that we needed to address that. For the record, it was not hearsay that was impermissible.
Yeah.
God, this is the first time I've watched this with somebody and like talked about it. This is
personal space.
Oh, my.
I'm at a house.
The address.
Yeah, you're totally there.
My house.
What's the address?
Yep.
108 West Hatch.
Okay. Mr. Harris, where are you?
703, Your Honor.
He gave another address.
Yeah.
I had that bleeped out.
All right. What are you on? A laptop or a phone?
Me?
Yes.
Phone.
All right, I want you to walk out to the front of the house. Show me the house number on the house.
Good for Middleton, man.
Why?
Yeah, you're totally there.
Phone has the charge for that, so I'm at like 2% right now.
Sure you are.
Hooked up to this wall charger right here.
Your Honor.
Knocking at the door right now for Miss Lindsay. I totally cut Edgington off on that one too. I was like, the police are at Miss Lindsay's apartment right now, knocking on the door.
All right. Ms. Lindsay, would you go answer the door?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
You take your phone with you so that I know you're okay.
Good for you for spotting this issue, by the way.
I'm very scared about what could happen, and
No, you should be. You absolutely should be.
better safe than sorry.
Yeah. I'm glad you spotted it. That's awesome.
We're like sitting there and my heart just beating like, gosh, am I gonna look like such a moron when it turns out that like she's
it's not true. If it's not true, that is a bad
well, either I'm
your
gonna look
big
like a
eyes
real
right there.
dipstick or maybe we're gonna help here.
The fact that your eyes just went to like moon circles and like you just kind of like are sitting there stone cold, not moving.
Oh, it's so hard to watch yourself do these things.
Fine, you got to live through it. I'm sorry, I'm putting you through this. I don't get down here much. Suck it up, Buttercup.
I know, and it feels like forever. Like
it does feel like forever.
Oh God.
Forever.
Let's
So her camera dropped.
And then it's like, boop, where'd they go? Then we may need to adjourn this, Your Honor. Oh God.
So it appears Mr. Harris is there at that house.
Oh God. I believe so, Your Honor. We would ask that his bond be canceled.
Yeah, so we'll
Again,
confirm
thank you,
what we're
Captain
gonna find here.
Very good. Officer Edgington, which officer have responded?
I was speaking with Sergeant Marsh.
Thank you.
Kobe.
Yes.
Your Honor, me and Mary both don't want the no contact. I asked that that be dropped. I'm sorry I lied to you. I knew the cops were outside.
No, I don't think so. I think
Mr.
you're in contempt, my friend.
My advice is don't say anything else. Take the cigarette out of your mouth. The hearing is adjourned. Your bond is canceled. If you have $10 million, you can't bond out. In addition, the prosecutor is probably also going to charge you with obstruction of justice. It may be a situation of you and Mary want the bond conditions lifted. You want them lifted. She does not. We're serious as a heart attack. It's the first time I ever had anybody sitting in the next room potentially intimidating the witnesses, assault, rape, bodily harm. All right, don't say any more about it. Your bond is canceled.
Oh my God. Okay, hang on.
It's where it all started. It's where,
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I know you from the interactions with sovereign citizens, and watching you, watching what seems like the life moving out of your eyes as you listen to his absolute complete nonsense, and question every decision. It seems like it's led you to this place. Why me? Which I totally understand. It's like if I ever become a judge, I was like, I'm just gonna have a standing order. Anyone who says there's sovereign citizens, instant contempt, because I can't deal with this crap.
Yeah, it's definitely. I feel like I have a pretty good method of dealing with it and communicating with them. So so far it's worked for me. But I'm sure
that was
with everyone.
That was the case where I became like an actual fan of Debbie. Like, and I saw it before I even met Debbie. Like that video, I saw that video before I met her, and I was like, the face. Why do I know that face?
I feel like I've seen her at a goat show somewhere.
No, nope. Didn't see that. Anyways,
fine.
I remember that. And I'm a domestic relations practitioner. So when I saw that happen, I was like, complete badass move. I have seen people try to pull that stunt before. And I was like, oh, mama.
Zoom court really, it's had its ups and downs, definitely. But this is one of those things where, it would have never happened if we were in the courtroom, right? But it's just so hard. You don't know who's sitting there next to them or just off screen. And it really becomes important to watch. a lot to it, like background wise, I can't get into. But when you're watching somebody's body movements and their eyes shifting, and if you've talked to your witness, which you really should. I'm gonna turn off my notifications here. If you've talked to your witness and they know what you're gonna ask them, and you've prepped them when things go completely sideways. I mean, obviously, you start to question everything and try to figure it out. But
And Mike, am I hearing this right? That yes, Debbie is a superhero. Am I hearing this right? That Secret McSquirrel gave you the link to Judge Middleton's courtroom?
I don't. It's possible. I don't remember.
What?
Oh, she's not just a super mod.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's not just a super mod. Yeah, Debbie. But at least it was a good freeze pose.
See,
That's a good freeze pose.
That's not bad. Yeah, not bad at all.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
They're playing on the internet. Sorry.
Make squirrels awesome, but I can't remember. I can't remember how I got in the middle. You know what? The first time I saw Judge Middleton, I don't know who sent me the link. The first time I got in there was for Samir Siraj Morrow Bay, not that case. Because that guy was fun. He calls himself Samir Siraj Morrow Bay, and Judge Middleton's not having it, and it just the clash was beautiful.
I feel like, Mike, if you were to reach out to him, he would probably want to be interviewed by you. I have a gut feeling on that one.
Who would?
Samir Siraj Morrow Bay.
Whose real name is Purdue? I can't remember. It's Samuel Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? That was kind of fun because it was just he was doing his wacky thing, but it didn't get violent or nasty or whatever. It's just him like chirping away, and then Judge Middleton chirping away like with like common sense, and like nobody got hurt, and it was just pure entertainment,
Well, and it wasn't like crimes of the century. I mean, he was driving without a license and stuff, which is definitely not ideal. And I don't know, it's hard. You get all sorts of commentary, right, from the. Like what? Throw him in jail for 5 years. Like, no, it's not how that works. It's a 93-day maximum misdemeanor, and it's really in Michigan now. The legislature has made all of those presumed fines and costs unless you have significant reason to do something other.
Oh, I think Mr. Purdue is off in Kalamazoo County now.
Mm-hmm. Yes, last I was aware, he was residing in Kalamazoo County.
Yep. And you guys, I fixed the camera. So the camera gives you full-time access to Uncivil and his facial expressions and all of it.
All the close-ups of the facial expressions, very important.
All of them, because he gets so excited when we hear people pro se argue closings that they should never talk about ever. All right, I have to hit at least 10 of these super chats, and I want to pull up his closing argument because it was that horrible.
We're gonna watch it. Yes.
You didn't see it?
No, I've seen zero of this, and I'm a terrible person because I should be paying attention to these things. But we've had a few kind of like.
I sent you the link. However, when I say I sent you the link, I sent you the link like an hour ago, and you were on my channel like an hour and a half ago. So.
Right. So
it's not like you've been
through the TikToks for a minute, okay?
Right.
Yeah. I'm sending my friends in our Snapchat group TikToks. They're like, Debbie, I've seen these like 2 months ago. Like, I haven't been on TikTok in 2 months, so I thought they were funny. They thought they were funny too 2 months ago. So
and to be kind. Thank you for that super chat. He may not find prison as peaceful as jail. Probably true. He seemed maybe just to me that he was playing a game. He wasn't. He really thought that people would understand what he was saying. He thought he was talking to a group of guys. It was a juror of 6 males. Generally speaking, you don't want that. A really dark game that hurt people. I don't think it was a game. I like the judge too. Judge was great. Thanks. And Mike for talking us through this. Mike did a good job of not laughing the entire time because I saw him mute himself. It wasn't laughing at that. It was laughing at this guy just being a complete moron.
Oh, that's the problem. You touched on this earlier. The whole time is like part of this is very comical, or even the discussion of the judge with the straight face. We talked about this, going is it penis or sexual organ? And he's quite serious about it. He's going through the pattern jury instructions, and I mean that's just freaking funny. It is, but you've got a victim there. The case is serious, so I'm like,
get him, Debbie. Little Mike,
and I
little
okay, I gotta
Mikey
go back
would
to
be
that super
so
chat real quick.
disappointed in your behavior.
This is my disappointed face, Mike.
So disappointed.
I do have to say though, that comment said something about like, oh, maybe like prison's gonna be harder than jail. I have heard from people that prison is actually better than jail. So I mean,
Oh,
you
yeah.
spend a long time there. So I guess
yeah.
I mean, my prison time was always easier than jail.
You mean your client's prison time?
I don't do
I
criminal.
mean, personally, I've never been to the prison. I've been to the jail, not like as an inmate, but like to visit their clients and stuff. And it's not. There's nice people there. I mean, when you're not like locked
When you
up.
don't have to stay.
When you don't have to stay there, when you can walk out on your own accord, it feels really nice. So
I need an adult. I need an adult. Thank you for the super sticker. Shovelhound, guys, you've got memberships. Yes, I saw Tish, Samantha, and Caps. Thank you for gifting so many memberships. StreamYard doesn't let me see them. I freaking hate it. It's
I know.
sad.
I know. I have the same problem.
Problems.
I don't have membership, so I don't have that problem. But I suppose I should
Well, get
look
with
into
it.
that, huh?
Oh, so Debbie, this is for you. He has 4.1. He has 4.5 million offshore accounts. He's got fraud charges pending. Here's the thing: there was a motion limiting that excluded all of that until he, in his cross-examination and in his argument, brought up the offshore accounts.
Yeah.
Oh, you open the door, buddy.
Motion eliminate. Go bye.
Plus, by the way, I think that all that's narcissistic bullshit. I don't think he has any of that stuff, but he does have some stuff, and it's illegal. It's not to that level. He wants to aggrandize himself. It's so pathetic and transparent.
Thank you, Vintage Willow, for also gifting memberships as well. KBL, his cross of her was bad. His manner made it seem like he didn't do anything wrong. Were you expecting me? Yeah, no, you snuck in while I slept. It was
his cross-examination of the victim was notable for the way the victim responded. I would assume the prosecutor had prepped, because it was basically model response. It's everything you could ever want as a prosecutor for the victim in terms of response. It's just clear, direct, using plain terminology. And like every other response was, and you had hogtied me, just keep mentioning it over and over again. It's like, it was just about as
that's a good
perfect as you
visual,
want to
right?
be.
Like that's a very descriptive visual.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he did say that she had 2 orgasms.
Oh, Mike.
Michael, I mean, yeah, bleep him.
I didn't. He said it. I'm reporting the facts.
Okay, but
I was about
how would he actually
to tell the next
know
logical
that,
joke,
right?
and I'm not going to.
Inside
Let's move on.
Nope, we're not
her
doing that.
mind?
Guys, I need an adult. Like
That was the height of cringe for the whole trial. It really was.
No, Mike, terrible, bad.
Adult.
Plum brandy from Eastern Europe. Yeah, it's just Silvovza.
Serbian moonshine.
Ugh.
Okay.
Oh, made from bad plums and hatred.
I got it. It's like hobo vodka. I got you.
Firefly sweet tea
You
vodka.
mean like
That's
like
right.
jail juice? What do they call that when they make it in jail? It's called something.
Toilet water? Toilet water.
No, there's a term.
I don't
It's
care.
like hooch,
It sounds
but like
terrible.
something different.
I
Anyway.
never want to experience that. And honestly,
Okay, there's a TikTok that this girl was in prison and she like gives recipes for like fried pickle chips using a hairdryer and a chip bag.
why?
I don't
There's
know
so
why
much
these
to
things come
unpack
up,
there.
but,
There's
like-
so much to unpack there. Why is a girl in prison have TikTok?
When she's out of prison now.
Because she's out now and she's
And a hairdryer.
well. And
Yeah.
so I'm telling you, it was like mesmerizing watching her make these
Yeah.
pickle chips using like powdered creamer.
Yep.
I was watching this one girl, maybe it's the same girl. She has like 2.5 million subs. She's an ex-felon. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong with my life?
I know.
Yeah.
It's listen. You can turn your life around. You teach people.
You-
how to
I
make
can
fried
commit a
pickle
felony?
chips.
The number of people that have found the focus Rob emoji is awesome. Thank you guys. See you
Uh-oh.
in Tennessee. You guys are awesome. I'll have to catch replay dinner with my son tonight. Have fun at dinner, Tish. Enjoy that.
Hey, skip to the
Kate-
part where I'm in it because I don't know what happened before it, but maybe
Yeah,
it
we'll
was
get there.
amazing before I got
We'll get
here.
there. It was great.
And
Yeah,
Mike
Kate Ray.
has disappeared. See, might have passed
We're-
out or something.
Well, the facial expression that he leaves on his avatar is great. Kate Ray, catching up from the start, 1.5 already. We talk fast, just finished work. We feel like we haven't had enough tequila and appreciate even more than I usually do. 15 out of 10 from Ottawa, Ontario.
Appreciate it.
You're behind because we went off the rails. Wanda Life. Kurt has that sexy mind going on. Oh, and we need an naughty Mike. No, do not encourage either of them.
Nope.
Debbie is here to keep us in check. Ophelia the Fair. Cheers, guys. What are you drinking? Whiskey here. Debbie, what are you drinking?
A Topo Chico seltzer.
Nice
Tasty.
choice.
Yeah.
Delicious.
My friend told me about them. Also, Two Chicks are wonderful. The elderberry pear, I think it is.
Ooh, yeah.
It's really tasty.
Tamitha, my dad just received an unfortunate diagnosis today.
Aww.
I'm so glad you're live to distract me. I will do my best, having been there personally with my dad. We're all with you. You know what? Yeah. It's okay to laugh. It is okay to laugh during this time. You have to remember that you do need to laugh. If you bottle all of that stuff in and try to take everything so seriously, you're going to kill yourself. Enjoy life. And I will tell you this. I don't care what your relationship with your father. Make it better. Put in the effort. Do the work. He'll do the same. Trust me. Trust me. It's worth it. So, yeah. So, I'm going to have a drink on that. Yeah.
Yes. Here.
Cheers. Sandy Ramirez and drinking Baileys. I've been told I walk better tipsy. You've been lied to for a long time.
Was that by a police officer? Because I don't think that's true.
I don't know. Come over here and let me judge.
Oh, God, Sandy.
We're going to do some SFSTs. Is that what I hear?
Emma,
kind of like nice diagnosis.
Emma Black, can Kurt explain why there's so many Murdoch indictments versus consolidating any of them?
They emerged out of different. The simple answer is they emerged out of different criminal transactions. So basically, what you want in an indictment is everything that's related to, for lack of a better description, a contemporaneous series of events. So everything that's sort of related is part of a common criminal transaction. And so basically the reason you have like 16 different indictments in the Murdoch case is because they're different, at least the way the charging documents have been laid out, they're severable from each other so that they're completely separate things. Is that too technical an answer?
No, I think
no. And I've got a bone to pick with this. It's very few, but I have a few people in the chat who get all pissy when Kurt comes on. Like, I don't like Kurt, and he's not an attorney. He's never practiced. And I'm like,
no.
I've been doing this a long goddamn time. He sounds like an attorney to me. He's got me convinced. He's got me snowed. Okay, Kurt's got me snowed. Completely.
Mike, don't look at him. Ignore him. Don't look at him. If you're here to troll Kurt's a guest in my house. You troll Kurt, you troll me. If you're here to troll Kurt, I don't need you here. I don't need you here.
Have you been following the Murdoch case out of South Carolina at all? You like this one too. His family has been the chief prosecutor in Southeast South Carolina for basically the last 120 years.
Oh, giving prosecutors a bad name then.
Yeah, he himself has been involved. He's been indicted either 15 or 16 separate indictments on 81 or 83 different felony counts, most of them financial. But coming up in October, he's being charged with the murder of his wife and his son. And we have, and he stole $8.5 million from his clients. And if the worst version of it is true, his housekeeper, the speculation is that he murdered his housekeeper, then convinced the estate to take her case, got a wrongful death award, and then stole that money. So that is the Murdoch case. It is coming up on October because he has refused to waive speedy trial. So it's coming up rapidly, and it should be entertaining.
Legal Vices is in the house.
Or does he have to? Is he sitting in custody?
He's sitting in custody now. Yeah. So he's on charge for his wife and his son. The charges for murder of his housekeeper is probably coming down the pipe. They exhumed her relatively recently. And there's another body that might be attached to him. So it's going to take a while to unpack all that.
Yeah, that's a lot. But even one murder conviction, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So.
No.
Well, and I think
except maybe to death row.
That's where we're not heading. Waive speedy trial because he's sitting in custody, right? If he's on bond, he's going to drag it out forever. But because
exactly
he's
right.
In custody, he wants to force their hand.
Exactly. I mean, as you know, your prosecutor, you got to be ready to go. Because he's like, I'm being held in custody. I don't know South Carolina law that well, but some states you get like even double or triple time while you're serving if you're in jail in terms of your speedy trial clock.
Oh, really?
And
Oh.
yeah, some states will accelerate if you're in custody.
Yeah.
And so, he's like, well, okay, we're got to be ready in 2 months. So we're going to be ready in 2 months, I guess.
Yep.
Crazy.
So this is why I love my chat. I've just been throwing them all up. See that, buddy? Good.
Thanks. Yeah.
Good. That's why I love my chat. Kurt's waiting on bar exam results for the second bar exam he took, which is also going to get him admitted in 22
Yeah,
jurisdictions.
basically because of the uniform bar exam now, which was not a thing when I took the bar exam in 2007, but something like 23 states are part of the uniform bar exam. So my scores are now transferable to like 23 states. So basically I effectively sat for the bar in half the country at the same time. That's a thing now. So that's fun.
Well,
That is cool.
you can move anywhere. It's nice.
Yep. And Kurt and I passed the same bar. Kurt's a Virginia lawyer. So
Yes, I am Virginia licensed.
Yeah, but you
I've been
got
active licensed since 2007.
you got to do character and fitness. That's the worst.
Oh, that's what Rob couldn't pass. Or
Yeah.
Rob, for that matter.
I don't know. I don't know how I did, but I did.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. How does Secret Mike Squirrel? Okay, we have a bunch of us here now. How is she
I
on all?
I don't know if
our videos?
Debbie's ever heard the voice mod before.
Oh my, that's terrifying.
That too loud? I don't know. We can change it though.
That's super creepy.
You want this level of creepy?
Oh, God. Oh, the Silence of the Lambs. Oh no.
It's
Trying to give
too
people
much.
nightmares, Rob? What are you doing?
I am everyone's nightmare.
Hmm.
It's true face.
Yeah.
True story.
Yeah.
Chat, you guys have failed me. I don't see a single focus emoji and I went completely off rails.
Uh-oh.
We did that one. Beth Cunningham, vote first annual Malört holiday.
I'm
No.
texting my phone makes everything so small.
Well, good, because when you lean into the camera like that, we can see your eyes real big.
Good. Like giant
Yep.
eyeballs. Perfect.
One bottle of Malört sent between you. Whoever has the bottle closest, 12. Oh, no.
That sounds like a
I
terrible
really do
idea.
like it though.
No.
Send
No,
between
thank you.
us. Oh, that's easy, man. I'll just send
What
it.
is wrong with you?
I'll send it overnight express mail. I'll be at your house.
I've got a cocktail. Malört
USPS delivers every day of the year.
Lime.
Express mail.
Malört mixed with something.
Malört, Diet Coke, and lime, and it's so damn good. Except when you go to the bar and you order it, you have to tell it. I mean, it's 3 ingredients. It's not hard, but there's no name for it.
What are the ingredients?
It sure should be called a Law Talk with Mike.
That's exactly what I'm picturing is the main ingredient. Honestly.
Exactly.
So
No, that's a terrible idea. You're gonna kill
Oh,
us all.
it's-
This is hard. Are you and Kirk gonna do a woodshop project? Probably. I'm gonna get
Do
him.
you want to build a snowman?
No snowman.
Do you want
how
to
about you
make
come
it
up here
out
and
of
build an
wood?
addition
No.
onto my barn?
We can find together.
We're growing
No.
out of it.
Find together.
No.
All of this sounding good. Do you want to build a snowman? A wooden snowman.
I don't live here anymore.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh God. Yeah, I'll probably drag him down the shop. Torn between Aberlour and Lawfragger both. Those are wines. I don't know those wines. I'm good at
Frog
wines.
is Scotch, isn't it?
That's that's Scotch. Yeah, that's Scotch.
Yeah.
Both. I vote both. Whenever it's a Scotch, vote both. Kurt, I can break down Daybell Valor for you because I've been doing complete breakdown. I can help fill pieces if you need help. Mama,
Contact me on Twitter because I can use the help.
Yep.
Oh. Gosh, viewers are just so helpful.
They are
really
fantastic.
are.
My chat is awesome. Ms. Pete, good to see you here, Ms. Pete. I love it. You're over here from Natalie's stream.
No, all right. I want to get back to this for a second though.
What?
Secret Make Squirrel goes to all of our channels. Okay.
Yes.
Is there like a team of Secret Mix Squirrels?
No, it's one. It's one.
One
match.
amazing squirrel.
Does she have minions? I think she has minions because we've never seen Secret Mix Squirrel.
No,
Like baby
she
squirrels?
just, she just has multiple monitors up, and she watches all of us like we're her children.
She's got like a NASA setup. Like
yeah. She's like in the Wizard of Oz or something, or NASA. Like, oh.
Okay. All right. I was
Yeah.
just wondering how the magic happened.
She'll send me these really cool notes, like I'll get a note like on Twitter, like please slow the chat down.
Yeah.
Or the one I just got. It's older than 10 months. I went and grabbed this from the Discord. Oh,
What?
I have the evidence. Oh,
Secret Mary Squirrel's the best.
she's freaking awesome.
She is.
Uh-huh. And we're gonna do this because
Uh-oh.
Secret Squirrel just gave us the goods on which one is it? That one.
Oh,
I mean, I feel like 20 minutes ago we were gonna watch the.
Oh, no.
Arguments. What are you looking at? Oh, it's way too small for me. I cannot read.
oh,
that.
Secret Mix Scroller. Don't show the spicy pics I sent you.
Nope. Mike,
Uh-oh.
I have a complaint because watching a lot of your videos, I got recommended a video uploaded by a Judge Jeffrey Middleton, and I have now lost 2 days watching hours of court cases. I also know more about that guy that was done for intimidating a witness on one of his live streams. So far, he's still in jail and kept phoning her from jail before the last hearing to stop her from testifying. That didn't go well.
No.
And Law Talk with Mike, I just subbed to his channel. It's quite addictive. It really is. We just found Law Talk with Mike's origin story.
So Deborah, now you can blame Secret. Now you can blame Secret Mix Squirrel. That's how we know each other.
I can. Well, what's funny is, like, I heard from a certain individual in our courthouse who I did not expect to be a Law Talk with Mike viewer, but this person is apparently. And I had
Miss
no
Yancey?
idea who you were because I didn't really watch the YouTube. What'd you say?
Miss Yancey? I'm just kidding. I don't know.
No,
but okay.
I wasn't. So I feel like I told you this, but I won't out this person on here. But anyway, like, yeah,
Now
go,
I'm curious.
go look. So I Googled it or whatever and got on YouTube. I'm like, what? Who is this person? And why is he covering my hearings? And what is he doing? So I looked you up and I emailed you. I was like, hey there, guy covering all of my hearings. Your PPO is in the mail, sucker.
I believe our first contact was a PPO.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. But I mean, you filed a motion to terminate right away.
It's beautiful.
You weren't like nefarious, so it was okay. So, and then the rest is history. Now you just pulled me to all the law tube stuff, and I name a goat after you, and then I name
know, it's
Rob
awesome.
and Kurt, and
It's
so here
terrible.
we are. Just a
awesome.
weird Brady Bunch family in the little squares.
We're all crazy. Yep.
Yes.
Lisa Bandera has a question for Kurt. Kurt, what brings you to Virginia, my friend?
So I can look you in the eye and say, you complete me.
All the bugs are getting that iron.
What the hell is going on?
That was just that
was
could
something.
not have gone better or worse. I don't know. That was great. How long were you watching that super chat and figuring out what you're
Quite a
gonna
while.
Oh yeah, had to come up with that one.
Nick, no, I can't cover the school shootings. I don't. I have a very big issue covering any of that. I get that it's a very serious public issue.
Yeah,
I talked about that
for the
one.
same reason.
I can't.
I couldn't do the Valde. I couldn't do anything Sandy Hook. I couldn't do Alex Jones because it was just tangential Sandy Hook. I just couldn't do it. I'm like, no.
I can't do it. Like, and I know that it's serious. I know it's important. I have too many opinions, and I try to pride myself in giving you guys a good neutral look at it. I can't look at those neutrally. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was thinking about trying to do the Crumbly Parents case because their legal liability is
That's a
potentially
Michigan
interesting.
one, man. That one is.
Yeah. I'm not sure on the legal theory of the parents' liability.
Parents,
So
and that's also tough. The problem, I can't look at parents and talk to parents about things that happen to their. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Just go full Alex Jones and say it never happened.
I will not do that either. I can't even talk about it.
Yeah, I understand now. It's depressing.
Megara, Kurt, did you hear that Netflix is releasing a doc on Lori Vallow, and they have a recording of her only remaining son asking her about the deaths?
I have heard about it, and I'm planning on doing reviews of the Netflix series because it'll help me try and understand what's going on in this completely batshit crazy cult murder case.
Yep. Kurt's reading of the Daybell novel was the funniest thing. We need more of that. I'm pretty sure he's going to have a lot more in the tank. Stina G, thanks for giving up y'all's Friday night to hang out with us. Law Nerds, great start to my weekend. Seeing Alan Jackson tomorrow. Ooh, that's a fun concert.
Ooh, he came to our county fair one year and he was amazing.
Oh, it's have fun at that concert. Arizona Victims' Rights. Pro se defendants can't cross-examine sex assault victims. Standby counsel has to do it.
That's
There's an
interesting.
issue with that.
I have issues, man. Sixth Amendment. You can't force a lawyer on a client. That's the real problem.
I don't know that.
Well, you can in other places, but not here.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's ever faced serious constitutional challenge.
These little bugs.
Where are they at?
Arizona.
Is it rape shield law or something? I don't know.
Even so,
I get it. It's just one of those things you have to deal with.
Yeah, it's just tough. That was a wild case. Also, love to see you, Rob. Recovering from surgery today. Congratulations on the surgery. Hopefully it was successful. Enjoy the recovery / get distracted during the recovery. Great distraction. Exactly. So are cocktails. If you can drink them, if your physician
I
allows
don't
you
think that probably that is recommended post-surgical procedure.
Listen to the one adult in the room.
I'm the adultiest adult here right now, and please do not take anything.
Lisa Wood.
Mike says it's okay.
Debbie Davis is a superhero. She certainly is.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Helen, what is being recapped? I'm very confused. We're trying to catch.
Yeah, we're confused too.
This is why the stream is called Friday Night Frenzy. It's called Friday Night Frenzy because it's impossible to recap everything that happens, and things are going to go off the rails. And I have really bad ADHD.
No.
Keeps getting closer, and it feels like it's going to become day. No, it's a natural. The thing is, when the microphone, what you don't realize is that when we're streaming alone, the microphone is usually like right up to our faces. Like Mike. See Mike? Microphone's right there in front of his face.
Mike.
Yeah.
That's what it usually is. So there's a natural inclination to like lean towards the microphone. And I'm trying to like not do that.
It's also a natural inclination for me to project, and I've been denied.
I have denied the projection. Because our chat has eardrums, and they need the eardrums. Michael Sanger, you could make one of them turn the light on and off and ask the other why the lights are going on and off. Ooh, Debbie, that's a good trick in the future.
Oh, I was so confused. So, like, are you talking about Kurt and Rob? Like, what? Like, I don't see the lights going on. Now it's
Let's turn the lights off and see what happens.
That's a great idea.
Nope.
I like that. Can you hear the background noise?
Yes, I heard the goat.
Okay, I thought so.
It was great. Yep, I heard that one too.
Okay.
I thought I heard a rooster.
The raptor, he scared the deer out of the yard earlier. I was mad at him.
Raptor is damn cute. And my introduction to Raptor, you were on my stream with Rob, and I didn't see Raptor. And Rob just stops it in the middle. He's like, "What's this? What's this thing going on?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then you pull Raptor, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cute.
Yeah,
that's
Raptor,
pretty cute.
He's something. He's gonna go to the fair. Harper's gonna show him, and she's scared because he can be mean to her. But I learned how you can make him submissive to you. My friend Tara is a chicken
I'm sure
person.
that there are ladies in the chat who would like to know the answer to that question.
I told her if I Googled what.
Here's my suggestion. Right here.
I know. I was gonna get put on the list somewhere. But basically, you like straddle him on the ground, and then you put his beak into the grass. And I'm not joking. She demonstrated for me at her house, and I'm like, okay. Yeah. So I got home and I did it to him, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And then he chilled out for a while. So apparently, you have to do it more than once, like daily. And we need to move on to a different topic, but that's how you make a rooster submissive.
What was your first encounter with a sovereign citizen?
Me?
Yeah.
Are you asking me?
Purdue, probably.
Samir. Yeah, Purdue. We don't.
Do you just really want to smack him upside the head? Because I do. Just want to smack him upside the head. Permission to smack him until he feels it.
Listen and say,
I mean, you can't sue me because you don't belong to my nation state. So
yeah. I don't quite understand some of the philosophy behind what they're doing.
Don't try. All right, don't try.
And so my go-to is just to be nice, right? I mean, just be nice. And I say, well, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree, and we move on. And it actually worked on that one. So, I'm telling you,
He did plead guilty. You
did.
gave him a
I
great
got
deal,
him
but he
a
pled
plea
guilty
agreement.
to a charge, which is what you needed, and then you move on.
Yeah. Otherwise, you were talking like, what was it, 3 or 5 separate jury trials? Please, those are like $3,000 a pop for our county to pay for jury trials. Like
To put him in jail for 72 hours, and
not even probably. I mean, judge
Right.
isn't going to punish him worse because he went to trial, right? You can't do that. So if it's presumed fines and costs, which traffic offenses are presumed fines
you
and
can
costs.
do that.
Yeah.
You just don't open your mouth about it. You can trial tax the hell out of somebody. You just don't say it out loud. It's real simple.
Mike, stop.
Prosecutors
spreading
don't trial
lies.
tax people.
Don't be nice. All right, Kurt, favorite, what was it? Kurt, what is your favorite legal case ever? You get the floor for a few seconds.
Well, my favorite judicial decision ever is Brandeis's decision in Whitney v. California, because it's the backbone of all First Amendment law. The cure for bad speech is more speech, not enforced silence.
Marketplace of ideas.
The marketplace of ideas. That is the cornerstone of all First Amendment law. Is Brandeis's decision, Whitney versus California, and I think it might be the most beautifully written expression of freedom of speech and its virtue ever written. So that's my favorite.
Kurt, your level of intelligence is up here, and
I know.
But he never went to law school. Just ask my chat.
Yeah, I mean,
Not 98% of my chat, just 2% of my chat.
Oh, so like one person.
The same jackwagons who say, your videos would be better if you weren't in them. I know, and I'm aware of it. But I've heard it. All of us have from day one. If you start a channel, you're going to hear this crap, right? It never.
I did
it's
finally
like
have some negative feedback, and I'm like,
it never ends.
Tanya, I'm probably Tanya, I see yours chatting here. I'm probably super behind. I've got a lot in the queue that Debbie doesn't see because she's just chicken coop. Rob willing to invite everyone.
Oh, I
Debbie
don't
is
see
not
anything
everyone.
right now. So I
Debbie is
literally
a
the only
special
thing I see is
guest.
what you pull up. What did
Mary
you say?
Malört, love you guys together. Hey, Mike, as a fellow Flatlander, I say this with love. Please consider a new background.
Oh.
What's wrong with my background? All right, I'll get you a new background. I'll get you a new background right here.
You gotta freshen it up, man. Gotta put
Um,
little Mikey in the back or something.
Uncivil is sitting at the senior picture angle. He is. He needs to do a case with side eye.
That's amazing.
Dude, that's a good.
That's a good one right there.
You need to do a whole stream just like that. Like, yep, I love it. See,
There you
Tanya,
go.
I told you you were coming up. Rob, you're so much fun to watch. All you guys are great. My birthday is tomorrow. Just wanted to say hi and give some
Happy
support.
early birthday.
Happy early birthday, Tanya, the Spider Monkey Ninja, which is an awesome name. Coming at you like a spider monkey.
I mean, I've seen some police videos where there's got to be
feel
some
like-
spider monkey in their blood.
Kurt's gearing up for a happy birthday to you.
Mm.
Happy birthday to you.
Yep.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Make it stop. Do something.
Oh no!
That's better. That's
Did I
better.
sneakily hit the voice mod button?
That wasn't just happy birthday. That was happy birthday as Marilyn Monroe via Kurt. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not going to see that everywhere.
Different.
You're not going to see that everywhere.
Different.
That was just so needed. Oh, Tanya, the tiny spider monkey. I made you wait for it, but happy birthday, honey. Law Patrol, don't make me get the hose. I'm focusing. Griggsy, we're finally getting Mike from last week. Maybe. If we catch up on Super Chats, Griggsy, we'll get Mike from last week. Against the tide. Deep breaths, Rob, deep breaths. I'm trying. I'm doing good. Michael, behave. I don't think that's going to happen.
That can be said at any time. I'm not sure when
I thought I was.
Chat, but
Jeep Dead Saturday morning, open now. Get to watch live. Is 10:20 a.m. too early to start drinking?
sorry about your Jeep,
Legal
man.
Vices. The number of F bombs that
Girl.
you probably just said. Ooh. Yeah. I'm sorry, buddy. Have a cocktail. Have some whiskey. I know you have that cooler full next to you.
Heather, I'm sorry. That
New
is
Zealand butterfly
terrible.
was in the hospital 2 weeks ago, and Dad last week. Both home now. So much happier. I'm so glad they're home. I'm sorry you're going through that. You're making me laugh. Ziggy, hang on. Just for you. There you go.
Aww.
There you go.
I guess I don't know the story of that. I should pay attention more.
That's fine, Debbie. It's okay. My channel has a mascot. It is a unicorn. That's fine.
Okay.
Tonight is for drinks.
That was the one negative I got on Rob. I'm just telling on the chat. This is like 1.0001%.
This is the day to tell everyone else's concerns. Some other people are saying.
No, somebody in my chat's like, why does Rob have
have
unicorns that belong to his nieces and nephews? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
No.
I'm sorry.
Debbie, you don't know the story of the unicorn. The unicorn was a stress toy that was close to me when I was listening to a certain attorney give an explanation about some bullshit. And I was getting really pissed off, and I just reach over it because this is supposed to go to my niece, and I just started like squeezing, like because it's quite a stress ball.
Oh,
And
okay. It's a really big
people-
stress ball. I'm
It
not
is.
sure my hands would like fit around that easily.
And people, like, after I was squeezing for, people were like, "Is that a unicorn he's holding?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And it became kind of the channel mascot. And I had Rosa from Australia, who
Oh
volunteered.
my, that is a very large unicorn. Meanwhile, I got a cool shirt that says like something about being distracted by goats, and I love it.
Well, and she reached out and she was like, "How many nieces and nephews do you have? Because I want to send them replacements." And she physically made all of it. So I do have some of them. I've given away. I have seen 2 of my nieces since these guys arrived and given them to them. I'm seeing the other nieces and nephews within the next few weeks, and I will give them. But until then, they're keeping me company on the shelf.
Aww. See, he's got a soft heart, people. That's a good thing. Just saying.
I do.
No, I just think that's a cover story. He wants to poach these unicorns. He has no plans of turning them over.
stop it?
None whatsoever. These nieces and nephews will be deprived of the unicorns.
Yes, Murdoch also hired someone to kill him.
Yes,
the attorney in South Carolina on trial for all the things.
Yep.
Also hired a hitman to kill himself.
See,
as part of an insurance fraud scheme.
Kurt can
and,
focus.
It didn't really go that well.
Yep.
'Cause, I mean, Murdoch's still alive, so mission fail.
Yep, Kurt can focus. That's why I need Kurt. Kurt can focus.
With Murdoch, why are some cases in Richland County while the murders in Coleman County? Because Richland County is where Columbia is, the state capital, and some cases are coming from the Attorney General's office.
Oh.
What is it in the jurisdiction where the crime happened, though? Not necessarily that the Attorney General's handling it, but that wherever the crime occurred.
I think there's some special state level jurisdiction issues there on some of the offenses because of some of the money laundering issues. I'm not, but that's my
But
understanding.
are some of them federal and some of them are state?
No, they're all state at the moment.
All
All right, hang on. Can we call you guys can be called anything you want. All right, we're doing closing arguments. I'm gonna hide this one. Yes.
Yes.
You can be
I'm
called.
getting
You can
eaten by
call.
mosquitoes. They're starting to come out.
You can call yourselves anything you want. You can be lumber lovers. I don't care what you want to be. You have
Lumber
to be
lords? What?
lumber lovers. They want to call themselves something. All right.
Lumberjackers? Lumber
Hang
lovers?
on.
It's different.
We'll call them what you call a bunch of sticks. What do you call a bunch of sticks again?
No, we're not talking about that. Nope. Not on my stream.
Lumber lovers is just naughty.
You guys are the best bunch of sticks I've ever seen in my life.
It just is. It's naughty as this guy right here. Oh,
I'm gonna mute every one of you.
I'd like to just be able to.
Okay, here we go. I gotta get close to this. I gotta hear this.
A representation of what we've heard over the last week. And I'd like to start with just helping you understand from the details that we're giving and consider that the condition of both myself and Mrs. Mathewson were not adequate enough to truly paint a picture that you can understand. If you recall, we spent a lot of time that weekend just talking, just trying to figure things out, wrestling around, fighting about a variety of issues. issue. Some of them you heard about, some of them you haven't. But you do remember that we didn't sleep very much. Our emotions were all over the place. Our stress was high. You've heard these things through her testimony and through statements of others in this case. And so I ask you to please keep that in mind as you look through, as I walk you through the facts that were presented. I first ask you to pay attention to the photographs. As you walk through the photographs, I ask you to please look through them and notice things.
Yes, I muted myself. I'm an idiot. I stopped to say that he was saying he was just wrestling around. Wrestling around, that has another word. It's called assault, brother. Yeah, just remember we were wrestling around.
Like that includes being hog-tied and dragged around. Okay, cool.
Muting yourself. That's my move, Rob.
I know. I totally pulled a mic.
Don't be stealing it.
No,
patented.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. But yeah, and yes, to the chat, I have to cut this off every now and then because Law and Crime loves to do copyright stupidity. So I have to like interject voices over top of it so that we're doing commentary on how stupid this guy is. He is stupid.
And also, I hate his shirt.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
I do not like the white collar
Distracting.
with the colored
Very
shirt. I really
distracting
don't
to have
like
that white collar.
I don't like that look.
Mm-mm.
Pick a side. Pick a white shirt or pick a colored shirt. Don't do a white collar with a colored shirt. It's like some sort of douchey banker from the 80s.
That's funny because money laundering is his thing.
Yeah.
Is in the residence of Mrs. Mathewson. That there were no signs of a struggle. That there was not broken glass or dents in walls. There's not.
You won't get copyrighted. There's freaking goats making noises.
The goat had an opinion. Like the goat.
Yes. I think
like,
that was a sheep, actually.
It was a sheep.
The sheep's opinion is valid.
And it was like, there were no signs of a struggle.
Yeah, that's perfect for Friday Night Frenzy. It fits
Dennis.
right
Dennis
in.
is the loudest. He's such a
Yeah,
crap down
you know
there.
what? He's got the intelligence of a farm animal.
Oh my God, Dennis.
Scratches on.
Excuse me? How did you know that was Dennis specifically?
Because he's the only male, and he's got a deeper voice.
Good.
I mean, if I were to bet money, it's Dennis. Fucking Dennis. And I usually call him that too.
Dennis. Goddamn Dennis.
He jumps the fence. He's naughty. This is
How's Chewbacca?
Chewbacca is wonderful. He's so sweet and nice. He's
I'm gonna need that clip just of someone clip that and send it to me, just where Dennis does the like, nah, and then Debbie just goes, "Fucking Dennis."
He's just so dramatic. I mean,
Right.
honestly, they can probably hear my voice, and I'm a good 150 yards away from them. And
Sheeps go to heaven, goats go to hell.
Okay.
Nice cake reference. I like it.
Let's see where this goat goes.
Countertops were blood splattered. This was not a scene that depicted some kind of crime or some kind of
it did.
anything more than what she described as wrestling around. And I also asked you to
What?
look and see that the things aren't thrown about as she described. Things are where they're supposed to be. You can see that we packed, we left, and we had a plan to go to my house. Her accusation is that
dump her in the water?
she was tied to go to my house. But I
It's
asked
the
you,
snuggle
does it
struggle
make
argument.
sense to go meet children with a woman tied up. I also ask you to look at the items that were disturbed by law enforcement during their
Those damn
3
police
times
just
investigating
messing all of
the
this
case.
stuff up.
There are a number of things, statements that were made, including a variety of articles within the home that weren't brought in front of you, so that you can't make conclusions, so that you can't corroborate the stories or the
Did you
statements.
say collaborate?
Yes.
Yeah, you can't collaborate.
I was just making sure I heard that
Ask you to
correctly.
consider.
Hang on. Stop.
Collaborate and listen.
Cake to vanilla ice. That's range. That's range, my friend. I like that.
Ice is back with a brand new edition.
And yes,
Come
we can
on.
laugh about it because he's going to jail for life.
It's different because of the tank. Now that's a deep cut reference.
I really like. Don't worry about me tying up my wife while I have a machete.
No, we're just
That's not the
wrestling.
problem.
Yeah,
It's
Mike,
those
Mike,
darn
Mike,
police. It's those darn
don't-
police knocking things over.
Totally the police.
Don't ruin it for the chat. Don't ruin it.
The chat that we can't see. Good
Oh,
Lord, I can't
no,
imagine what's
they're
going on in there.
They love it. They love it. And they love the mic drop moment. They thought that was fantastic. I like it too. All right, let's listen
Okay,
to this, Jack.
ready.
Let's keep
I'm being
going.
quiet.
They don't line up with her stories either. Little things like the pancake platter sitting in the second row and not the third. Little things like a purse being full of all kinds of contents that were helpful to her, useful to her, that she didn't really need if the whole intent to take her somewhere and kidnap her or steal her car. Why would she need her purse? Why would she need her phone? Why would she need her charger? It doesn't make any sense.
Why would you need her
I
phone
also
and charger if
asked
she's being
to look at
kidnapped? That's a great question.
Yeah.
Car
I mean,
handles
because the
far
first
up
thing
in
I
the
get when
front
I'm getting kidnapped
of
is
the
I get
boot.
my phone and they let
And
me
her
have
statement
it.
is her hands are tied behind her back. I think most of us understand that if you lean your back against the car door and you pull the handle, you're going to fall out. You're going to tumble on your head. But
What?
she didn't say that happened.
He literally made the argument that he had her tied because it was for her safety.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
He's a giver.
Uh-huh.
He's going to be taker for a while now.
Oh, that
Sure
went there.
is.
Oh.
Nope. Mm-hmm.
Oh, goodness.
I also ask you to look at the pictures of Mrs. Mathewson. You'll see the full pictures when she was evaluated and examined after these events. You'll see that the bruises line up with wrestling around. You'll also see marks, bruises on her arms where she said, I lifted her up through a ravine. And you'll see exactly that's true. We pulled her up through a ravine. You'll see that there are blisters on her heels. Again, I mentioned to you guys, or I questioned her about why she didn't put flip-flops on, why she would put shoes back on if she already had marks on her heels.
Yeah, why would you put shoes on if you already had marks on your heels?
I just
Objection, Judge.
I don't get that.
Inappropriate misstatement of the facts.
Hold on. Well, I'll instruct the jury this time.
Yeah, if I had to give one criticism of the
Says
prosecutor,
during
it's actually for
closing, and the
interrupting him at
attorneys
all,
during
because it's
their
just let him
closing
talk.
is
Who
not
cares?
evidence in the
It's-
case.
it's just
I will instruct
digging
you to
himself in
rely
his
on
grave.
your
Why
own
bother
recollection
interrupting?
of what the testimony and evidence was.
Gentlemen, if you remember, we walked through those fields for hours in muddy conditions. Those shoes, as Ms. Mathewson testified, were getting stuck in the mud, and clearly that's what caused the.
Wait, why were they
blisters.
walking in fields for hours?
You won't see.
Because he put her into a field.
But like he's saying that they willingly were walking around when she's got blisters on her feet.
well, willingly tied up.
Yeah, sounds very consensual.
And by the way, I was just muted and I was trying to tell you this. The victim is right there in the back. She's got a white shirt on with like a sweater. She's watching right now.
Oh, okay.
That's who it is. She testified just because I know you haven't seen that.
No, I
And
have not.
She was a boss.
She was
Like,
awesome on the stand.
She left a
kind of
couple
girl.
of times. She left a couple of times during the closing, which yes, good for you, honey. You get that health that you need, and you take that moment. But that man's going away for a long time.
Yeah.
Any kind of rope burns on her wrists or her.
I thought he used silk scarves or something.
You also won't find any photographs of anything after that. The law enforcement failed to investigate anything further beyond Miss Mathewson's condition to see if another bruise would show up on the other side of her neck, or if any bruises or marks would show up anywhere else.
Why would they have to?
A normal thing to do.
You confess to everything, dude.
Yeah.
And you'll also see that we physically fought each other. I don't argue that with you.
Excuse me. You'll also see that we physically fought each other. I don't argue that.
That's a problem. You should be probably arguing that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of the element of assault. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good God. Okay.
And I also ask you to look at the photos of Mr. Summers, of myself. You'll see that I was in no condition to be interviewed by the police. You'll also see that if you were in that position, you would feel vulnerable. You would feel taken advantage of.
You were given
I was
Miranda.
restricted. I was captive.
And then you said, yes, I'd like to talk to police very
Hang on,
much.
hang on.
I love it. I like to talk to police. It's my favorite thing. Please let me sign
Do you know
card.
my favorite part of this argument? He
Hmm.
goes, I was restricted, I was captive, I was coerced. And I was like, I'm just going in my head. You mean like
Yeah.
your ex-wife?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little projection. Yeah.
Very, very similar.
Yeah.
And you know that this is exactly what he pitched to his attorney. He's like, all right, here's our plan. This is what I want to do. And his attorney said,
Right.
oh, no, we're not doing that.
Nope,
He's a
nope.
competent, good defense attorney. He's like, no, you're not doing that. And he's like, oh, yeah, I am.
It
And he's
couldn't
like-
get much worse.
He's like, it's a jury of all males. They're going to be my people. They're going to understand. And every male in the world is going,
Yeah, no.
I
Yeah,
have a
we get
truck with a ball hitch, and I would like to take a rope and wrap around your ankles and maybe just, find a bumpy road.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just.
I'll give you a chance. I'll tie it around your waist and see how fast you can run.
Not literally, just figuratively. Right, Rob?
Yeah.
Figuratively.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, is this really a 32-minute video? Good lord.
Figuratively. Totally figuratively.
Our desire to do things does not itself make it illegal. So, yeah.
And I argue.
Sounds like premeditation though when it does happen. So might
Aside from the
Oh, no, he
pictures,
gets there in a second.
look at the videos. If you look at me at Miss Summers' house, I'm in a confused state of mind. We're going through a divorce. We don't know what's going on. I questioned Miss Matthews
But there's a
about
PPO.
our conversations about
Mhm.
pregnancy, and she recalled some.
Not a
things
PPO.
that-
It's not a prelim. Permanent.
This was something that
Details.
I want you to consider. I also want you to consider a very special moment in that video where I'm asking
Oh no.
Ms. Mathewson what else she would like me to say. I submit to you guys that when you're in these kind of positions, you can clearly see through the complexity of this evidence and through the variety of it, how the emotions are all over the place.
Especially when
Also,
you
I look
just
at the
try to
Walgreens
murder
video.
your wife.
Oh no, we're about to get to Walgreens, and I want the Walgreens to play through it directly. But two things. One, the I submit to you. I fucking hate when attorneys do that. It is so stupid. It sounds so arrogant. I freaking hate it. Just talk to them, not I submit to you.
I don't think I've ever said that.
No, and I was, yeah. If I hear an attorney say that in court, I want to smack him upside the head. It was
You're
a permanent.
very
protective order.
assaultive tonight. So assaultive.
This guy makes me.
He brings out feelings of protection. He brings out our more virtuous nature, desire to protect, and we want to protect by eliminating him from the face of the earth.
Ooh, that was
okay.
good.
Well, that kind of sounds.
He is a scourge and must be purged from our
Don't say
midst.
nope.
Oh God, we're now
That
we're
was-
poets.
That one was aggressive. You can suggest and express desires. Don't. We're good. All right. Breathe. Take a deep breath because he's about to get to Walgreens and Walgreens gets fun.
Sure.
Okay.
Kurt's staring at the keys. He's so angry. He just this guy does. He does.
Summers goes into, or Mr. Summers, myself. I go into the store, but that's the opposite of the state's witness. He doesn't see me go into the store. He doesn't even know where I came from. That's his testimony to you guys. He doesn't know what kind of clothes I'm wearing. He doesn't know what kind of clothes she's wearing. But this is the main witness that's supposed to identify that the one single thing that he saw was her hands behind her back. He said her hands behind her back. I don't know how she ran out of the car, but were they talking?
Ran out of the car?
Again, I point to you, how do you get out of the car, your hands tied behind your back, and open a door and not fall out?
I bet I could figure that out.
I also ask you to look at that Walgreens video and see that it was parked right in front of the store. If someone's held captive in the car, I don't think it's logical. that it was
Captain?
parked right in front of the store.
Captive.
I think you would
Okay.
park somewhere where no one else might see that. I think you would probably park in a different way so that if you needed to, you could get out quickly.
Listen, hindsight's 2020 there,
The
Monday morning
testimony was that
quarterback
the
on
vehicle was
your
pulled
attempted
directly
murder.
in front of the store. head first
Bet you
into
wish
the
you would have
park.
parked in the back.
I
Yeah.
also ask you to consider looking at the vehicle not speeding away. There was no rush to leave there. It wasn't that much of a concern. It was a moment of
I'm getting a beer.
As you also look at the other videos, please look at the McDonald's. Mrs.
McDonald's
Matheson was
video.
free to leave.
Makes me
It was
hungry.
a perfect
He does all the stupid things, and all right, sorry, we're gonna plow through. I got to get through some of it because we'll get to a place where we have to turn it off, but we're not at the good parts yet.
opportunity.
Oh,
This is
we can
true.
skip ahead. I mean,
All
not
this
like I've seen
weekend,
it.
After 50 hours, all of these things were true. What better opportunity than there for her to leave? She had the opportunity to order what she wanted. She was not being held.
Girl, you get that
by
Big Mac if you
myself.
want it. Is that what he's
I know
saying?
the
Like,
video
come on,
played with a
man.
little bit of choppiness
Yeah.
earlier.
She can go off the dollar menu. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
And
Well,
see
what
if you
is
can
it?
get it
$2
to
menu
place
now, I
movable.
think.
And see
Inflation.
that, no, this is a agreed upon situation. We're in there together. We're getting breakfast. We're moving on. I also see that she is cooperative with me.
You have a
she
machete.
has the contents of
Whopper.
that
I mean,
and,
if somebody had a machete and tied
there's
my
no
hands,
issue
but they
that
were going to
full
give
time,
me some
almost
McDonald's,
2
I'd probably
minutes,
order some
maybe
pancakes
even
too. Be like, at
more, going
least
through that
eat before you murder me.
Logically, I would not be able to get out of that vehicle. I had a seatbelt on, and my door would immediately hit the building. And again, a great opportunity for her to leave. As you look at the Sickle video, there are 3 videos on there. 2 of them show me inside the store. 1 is from a different angle where you can see that the vehicle is not parked at the first pump. I ask you to look at that. Ms. Matheson states that I pulled as close to the store as possible and right next to the first pump.
Yeah, well, that's how your brain works
Didn't
in
have
traumatic
any concern
situations,
about where I
man.
had
Not
been.
everything is gonna
Close in
imprint.
proximity to the store, you can see that from her vehicle where her gas tank is and where you have to pull into the gas station. It's just logic sense. You can also see
Because
that,
everything is so logical for him. Crime,
I was
so
there
logical.
inside the store for a number of minutes, and then again another opportunity for her to just walk away, run away. I remind you guys that this is 6:50 in the morning on a Monday morning. There's people all over the place. It's rush hour.
Objection, Judge, action on an evidence.
I know she did a lot of that crap, and it kind of bothered me.
Again, did anything that Mr. Summers or
It's argument.
attorneys for the
I mean-
state say is not evidence to rely on your own recollection as to what the evidence was in this case and testimony that came from the witness stand. I will instruct you, Mr. Summers, to avoid arguing things at this time that are not in evidence.
I'm just reminding you that they showed the time on the receipt of the McDonald's slip. And
Oh, there you go. Dial it
that
back
was
in,
a
buddy.
Monday, and it was just before 7 a.m. Also, then ask you to consider the testimonies of the people given. The first is Randall Crosby. Again, he does not recall where I came from. He doesn't not recall what clothes I was wearing, what clothes she was wearing. His statement is pretty inaccurate. He doesn't recall what vehicle it was that was 15 feet from her, even though the name and the insignia.
The funny thing is, so there's a chat here I wanted to pull up. It's like, that's her first objection, question mark. And the thing is, it's he hasn't really said anything objectionable. Like he's recounting the evidence. He is.
Yes.
It's just really bad evidence for him.
Right. He's doing a horrible job of making an argument. You just get out of his way. Even if you have an objection, don't. Just let him think himself.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Was right on the back. Only he was focused on was getting that license plate. He was paying attention to that, not what was happening with us. I don't understand how he could be able to look at the vehicle and get the license plate at the same time pay attention to what we're doing.
Probably because the license plate
He was
would be
also on the
easier
opposite side
to identify you.
in orientation. He's standing by a red box machine. As you look through the videos, as you look at the overall of that store, you'll see that his position was not a very good view.
Does Redback still exist?
Yeah, I think so. Somebody read that
My
up the other day.
position, coming out after her, he did not chase us. He did not follow us. He was also the only person standing outside at that time. You'll see a few other people walk into the store a little bit later. All of these people were also available in Ms. Matheson to go and talk to. If I'm in the store, she could have went and talked to him or tried to seek help from him.
Were the kids
Side
with her at this point?
No, kids are with his parents. Side note, look at our badass queen in the back who's sitting there like a champ, like listening to this bullshit. I mean, Debbie, so you've done enough of these prosecutions. That's a special kind of person that can sit in that courtroom and watch that. Like that's
Right. And not have reactions, right? I mean, you would expect she'd be shaking her head no or getting mad or something. She's definitely well prepared, I would say, from looking at her to understand that he's going to say these things. She knows they're not true. You just got to sit through it. But yeah, it's pretty remarkable that she can be in there for all of that.
Yeah. So for everyone who's focusing on him, and a couple of people in the chat are saying this as well, for everyone who's focusing on him, I want you to focus on that person who's literally that strong and that brave. Like any example that comes out of this trial, and she's going to be, there's a lot of emotion under there, and it's going to take her a long time, but she gets to face her accuser this day, and he goes away.
All right. Well, wait. After that beautiful moment, your chat actually brought up to me. I forgot about this. We brought up Redbox on my channel. No, on Debbie's channel.
Lord.
Debbie drug us on her channel.
We're not doing this. This is the poop one.
Oh.
it was
Rob has
nasty.
blocked that.
And there was a
like,
red
he's
box
done
out there, and I was
traumatic
amazed then.
Response by blocking the red box. Sorry, buddy.
I forgot about that. I'm like, damn, your chat's good. Okay, I'm better now.
Oh gosh.
Better now?
I think I remind us of things.
It was really bad. Debbie found a video. She's like, hey, can you and Mike come on and react to this? And it was a video of someone who was being arrested and pooped while being arrested.
I mean,
it was good.
And that's where I got my first not nice comment about my content. And I was like, listen, I mean, sometimes you gotta laugh, right? Or we go crazy, and maybe my content's not for you. Sorry.
I did laugh. It was humorous, but also
yes.
it was
But
poop.
also not. Oh, it would be terrible. I do feel bad.
It was actually what this guy is entirely made of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I haven't been able to sleep ever since I participated in that.
Oh, would you stop it?
All right.
Debbie with the scatological. Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Oh.
He also, in his 911 call, you can listen to that. It says that he didn't even know the street location of where he was working.
Oh, the witness didn't know the street location. Okay, that definitely means he didn't do it.
That
yeah,
places
obviously.
his employment in his testimony, or what time he started the shift, what time he ended. He was also not close enough to hear the things that were being yelled at each other. Mrs. Matheson said that she yelled. We were screaming at each other as we were going back to the car, but he couldn't hear that.
Okay, and therefore what?
Wait, did he just say that we were screaming at each other? Like he
Yeah.
said?
It's
But that
screaming
guy
at
didn't
you.
hear
We're
it.
screaming. Okay.
How could he be a good witness if he didn't hear it and I was screaming at her and she was screaming at me? Like that's not the argument you should be looking at here.
Not really. No, not ideal.
I feel like you didn't do the thing you thought you were doing in the moment.
He couldn't hear my violent, abusive yelling at her and my attempt to control her. Okay, that's great. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for clarifying that.
Oh gosh.
She gave you a very accurate evaluation of what she saw. Her statement was true. She was pulled in directly across.
You're not really supposed to
from the
vouch for the
passenger side.
credibility of the witness there.
She saw the emotion on Mrs. Matheson's face. She saw that we were in some kind of an argument, some kind of
Argument?
torment.
Torment?
She also
That's
saw
a really weird word to use.
She saw her hand leaning on the door sill and leaning up against her face. That wouldn't indicate that her hands were tied at all. I also point you to Ms. Shea's knowledge of the exact type of vehicle it was from the moment that she saw it, color, the position, how far she was exactly from the vehicle, and that we left. Then we go to David Tesla, Dr. Tesla. Dr. Tesla did not operate on me as he stated. He also doesn't remember even seeing me.
Hang on.
Wait, what? What's
We're
his
gonna-
doctor?
He was operated on because he had a self-inflicted injury when he was arrested.
He cut his own neck.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
His testimony is really that I was knocked out. I was completely unconscious. I was gassed and being operated on, but the doctor, who's a medical professional, his testimony about the surgery that he performed while I was unconscious is wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sure that doctors is making things up. That's very typical, right? Like they have
And-
so much skin in the game.
And the surgery was getting stitched up. It wasn't like
Yeah.
proper surgery.
Yep. He could not tell exactly what time and what type of medications were given to me. He's only assuming from some records that
The doctor doesn't remember exactly what medications were given to you all these months and years later, and he has to actually consult the records.
Medications could have had. He didn't testify to what kind of impact those
Probably
combinations.
the only surgery he's ever done. Ever.
Yeah.
He did not speak with law enforcement, and
I'm not sure he could speak with law enforcement, to be quite honest, at the time, but okay.
And to the other medical professionals that testified, Teresa Wagner, Rita Hall, and Francesca O'Neill. They were all in.
Wait, let's highlight all the medical professionals that came in, and let's name every single one of the witnesses that came in to testify against you. That's a good strategy. How does it go for you, buddy? Exactly. Thank you, Dennis.
That was Jasmine, actually. I'm fairly certain. She's the biggest crier. Josie doesn't cry.
Jasmine is little Mikey's mom, isn't she?
It is, yes. Jasmine
Yeah.
is Mikey's mom.
Yeah. I know things.
I'm so happy right now. Thank you. I needed the farm animals to make it through this circus.
I look forward to the fan fiction about Debbie Davis's goats at this point.
Nope. They're going to escort him into a dark place that is a warm seat down below.
Some kind of DNA analysis or some kind of evaluation of Mrs. Mathewson's injuries and the sexual battery kit. And again,
We don't have to do a DNA of the sexual battery kit because you confessed to the intercourse.
Great pointing to me. No DNA match to me. And this happened immediately.
They didn't test for DNA on the sexual battery kit because you said that you didn't.
It's consensual, you dum-dum. Like, hey.
Same reason that they didn't test for DNA on the rope because you said I used this rope to tie her up. That kind of narrative.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like makes,
Sunday.
yeah.
And this test
Why
happened, and
use
the
it?
test was given to
Money.
her on Monday.
Check that.
It also, they also tested the clothing from Mrs. Mathewson, and none of that tested positive for myself being in contact
What?
with Mrs. Mathewson.
Tested
one cares.
Positive for him? Huh?
No, he was like, they tested her clothes and they couldn't find my DNA on her clothes. And he's like, but then at some point in time, he makes the argument, did you test the carpet? Like, did you test everything in the room? You didn't test. You didn't
test the wine glasses.
We have unlimited resources in law enforcement. I'm not sure if you're aware, but it's just we test every shred of every carpet fiber.
Okay.
The sheet from the bed tested positive for my DNA, which the analyst said could have been there that day or sometime prior to that.
Deep.
You know, from Mrs. Mathewson's testimony, we were in
If only we had some way to know when it occurred. Oh, that's right. You told us.
11th of March. I also ask you to consider the testimonies given by law enforcement. They were not a witness to anything prior to a simple, peaceful arrest. Did not see, not have any testimony of me causing any problems or acting in any kind of irrational way with them when I was arrested. They did not attempt to investigate, despite all of this available DNA, fingerprint analysis, things that could have corroborated the story, maybe made it a lot more sense for you.
Why do we need to corroborate it? You told us.
Yes.
You confessed.
This is
It's a lot of
He
corroboration.
wants that corroboration to his confession, man.
He wants the pillows. He wants the pillows. He wants the wine glasses. He wants everything.
Okay, I have a serious question for y'all. Does he believe at this moment that this is working?
I think he's psychopathic, honestly,
No.
like a narcissistic psychopath. and he might actually.
And Sean, I see in the chat, buddy. I'm bringing that up next because I want to end tonight on a funny thing.
Oh, geez.
So I'm gonna send you a link, buddy, if you're around, because I know you have opinions because it was freaking fantastic to watch. And I'm not gonna tip this to the chat at all because it's great. And I want Debbie, you have to stick around for it. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm here. I'm committed. We got a new livestock trailer today, and the kids just noticed it apparently when they went down to the barn. And so Harper's calling me, and then she's saying, "I love our new trailer." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on a live stream still, so."
New livestock trailer day is the bomb.
I know, because it's never going to happen again. Ever.
Wait, Sean, you're not on Twitter. Dang it, Sean.
Dang it, Sean.
Who's Sean?
Are you even a person if you're not on Twitter?
Sean, what kind of jackwagon are you?
I have a Twitter, but I don't use it. I don't even know how.
I don't really use Twitter that much, or I'm using it more and more, which is probably a mistake.
Hey, Sean. My email address is quite literally, and everyone has it anyways, lawandlumber@gmail.com. Send me a way that I can send you the link because I need you to be on the Why We Watch That one. Okay. We're going to continue watching this asshole until he rots. Well, you know what? We already know what happened. So I feel better. But Sean, email me, please.
Did not attempt to test the Christmas lights to see if there's any trace, as the fingerprint expert testified to see if there's anything on the glass bulbs or any kind of skin, any kind of anything with these Christmas lights.
Yes, he tied her up with Christmas lights and with sheets and with everything he could find.
They did not attempt to test all of those items in the vehicle. I asked Mr.
Didn't test any of those items.
Could this have been tested? Could this have been tested? And it was their position that yes, it could have been tested.
Could have been tested, but what would it have told us? What is the best? What is the outcomes?
Look at all the things that were in those.
Why bother testing it? What could the testing possibly reveal?
And see, would those things?
What's the point?
I believe you would find that to be true.
Are you saying someone else did it?
Also,
No, then why are we doing it?
The contents in the trash can.
Oh, trash digging. Nice.
Was not tested to see if there were.
They found the rope in the trash can. They didn't test the rope, but it's the exact same rope that she was tied to her. So kind of a clue.
They did not check the NyQuil bottle, the other bottle.
Hi guys.
Potentially criminal. We're dealing with stupid.
Oh yeah, no, I watch this guy a little bit. I understand what he's doing.
You do?
Yeah, you go after the jury. Yeah, you got to the jury for the whole CSI effect. They aren't testing things. They didn't go through stuff, so there's unanswered questions. And jurors, that is something they're like, yeah, the state didn't do their job. Jurors don't like sloppy police work.
That's why we ask a lot of questions in voir dire about people that watch CSI or that sort of thing, so they understand that that's not really how cases work.
Yeah.
Hey, I need the two of you down on the bottom of the screen, Debbie and Sean. You guys have to behave.
I didn't do
Debbie. No,
Tell
Debbie.
Dennis to behave. He's the one that's making a ruckus around here.
Dennis is being an asshole. But Debbie, we've got a prosecutor and we have a defense attorney. Right, one on top of the other.
Uh-oh.
Gotta
be. I didn't get liquored up for this. I'm not ready.
I mean, I have been sipping on the same drink for the entire evening, so got my wits about me still, guys. We're good.
You know what? We got the woodchuckers, and all you motherfuckers.
Oh my! I think you found your tagline, haven't you?
Got it. Oh, good God. Sean, were you there when he said collaborate instead of corroborate?
Yeah, I watched some of this earlier today. Yeah.
Good, but did you catch the stop?
Collaborating.
Yeah. His arguments during the motion to his motion to acquit, and then during jury instructions where he was trying to say, well, I gave up the intent of trying to kill her, but that's like, bro, you're admitting you're actually trying to kill her.
Yeah.
So
I mean, abandoning that intent doesn't make it any better. Buddy.
Oh yeah.
I gave up the intent after I already tried smothering her, so it's a little late, but that's okay.
Yeah, it was
then
very
I was like,
interesting.
I should just murder her next week when I have my wits together and got all my,
Yeah.
parts.
That wasn't your mistake. You should have murdered her when you had the chance, man. Oh well. Too bad.
Yes.
Wait, what am I advocating for exactly here? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Also,
there's
everybody in chat is asking. No, my head is fine. I didn't have that many beers earlier.
He's fine. He was. I did very much enjoy when that verdict came through. Watching your reaction, that was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Sean, are you anywhere near Pike County, Ohio?
No, that's way down there. But that's a whole nother mess down there. That's
Okay.
about 2.5 hours away from me.
Okay. So someone called me. They have a hot case there that they're like, can you do you know anybody in Ohio? I'm like, no. I messaged him back. I'm like, I know potentially criminal. He's in Ohio. I don't know if he's near Pike County because I don't know where the hell it is.
Yeah.
But that's because I was doing this case today, and John happened to be in Tampa and went in, and he just thinks, the commenters just think I've got an attorney in any jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
You have connections.
Well, hey, have that guy get in touch with me. I can talk to him, maybe find someone for him.
Oh,
It's
an interesting case.
We're doing closing arguments.
Nope.
Yeah.
Focus. Squirrel.
Focus.
We did not check to see if any of those produced any kind of evidence that would corroborate the allegations against
He got back to corroborate, though. Good job.
Ask yourself, is that reasonable? Is that fair?
Fair.
They also did not check anything about this statement that they collected from me in a hospital that was taken after, again, that high dosage of medication was given to me. They did
Do we
not
know
check to
that?
see if there were boat charters on any kind of schedule or any kind of thing that could have even corroborated my story there. They did not check to see if I had offshore accounts. They did not check to see.
The feds did that for you, though.
Hang on. Since when is it the prosecutor's obligation to run down corroboration for your admission?
It's not. I mean, there's the corpus delicti issue, but that's not.
Corpus
what he's
delicti.
doing.
Dude, you
I
brought
know.
It is.
The funky corpus
And-
delicti. Where's Mike? Come on.
I mean, if
Bounce
I
out.
literally had nothing else, I could see myself making that argument. But, yeah, you're digging down really deep in the barrel at that point.
They didn't corroborate my admission that I tied her up and was going to take her offshore. And
Yeah, because there wasn't even a charter boat ready for me, and I don't have a yacht. So how was I going to do that?
Yeah, and I only stopped because I saw there were police nearby. So that was my abandonment.
I abandoned that intent. And once that intent is abandoned, then it doesn't matter that I had her tied up and drive into the marina.
If any of these directions that I'm giving, if you listen to that interview, I'm talking about this road and that road. I don't know. Maybe you guys are familiar with the area. Maybe you know.
Objection, Judge.
Oh, shoot.
I will instruct Mr. Trevor not to place
She's
the
getting
jury
feisty.
in your shoes or the shoes of any party. Don't make arguments like that with
Yeah.
you to the jury.
She didn't need to, though.
You can argue the facts,
Yeah.
but avoid what you just did.
Maybe you're
I
familiar
want them
with
to
the
draw on
area.
their personal knowledge, which
assert
they
that
are not permitted to.
Law enforcement did not check to see if these directions even fit to a map. And they also didn't seem to think that the statement about immigrants was a little bit out of whack.
Someone fill Debbie on the immigrant argument.
I don't actually know what the hell the immigrant argument was. I missed that memo. Somehow the immigrants got into this. I'm not sure how.
He was trying to make this argument like immigrants come in and out of this location, and we're going to go through this location.
No.
I don't like this person.
Was he using one of those Haitian boats that wash up ashore, and that's what he was taking her out on?
Yeah, he was going to take her on one of the Cuban boards they float over.
Very good. Good.
Okay. Rob has abandoned you.
Rob's refilling cocktails.
Rob has abandoned you, and it is just me now.
What a good host. Refills.
No problem. Let's listen to a little bit more of this incredible bullshit.
Encourage you to listen to that video or that audio of this interview and see if someone really does sound like they make sense, or if they sound like something different, in fear, in panic, concerned. Look at the condition that I'm in, look at the medication given, and please draw a conclusion from that.
Maybe they give him a truth serum.
I also submit to you that law enforcement failed to recognize any red flags or false statements.
So you should be permitted to confess by lying to the police, and they should just figure that out.
Sign it over to somebody. If I owned a car, I'm just able to sign it over to somebody. Or even if the passwords to the bank accounts were valid or These all would have been important for you to make a decision about whether or not I was giving correct information.
Wait, so he wants the
The police also
jurors to think he's a liar.
purposely did not
Yep.
interview me.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Just
yeah.
making it
He says that he's a liar and a manipulator and a very good one at that. That's important information.
So was he doing it now or was he doing it then?
Yeah.
Why not both?
Great argument. He's hey, I'm a real asshole and I lie and I manipulate, but I'm not doing it today. I was doing it then. So yeah, great argument, buddy.
I was awake, sober, clear-headed, recovered. They only interviewed me one time.
When I was sober and clear-headed, I retracted that statement.
That's it. There's no other time. They didn't come and ask me later.
Please only interview me the one time when I confessed everything.
Please explain things better to them. They didn't come with a written
I
statement.
think they got it.
Typical of the police, they don't actually want to find the truth. They found what suited them. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree,
clearly.
Trevor.
We're gonna have to get a police officer on here for that part of
Great,
it.
good enough for government work. That's what happened.
On the marks on either side of Mrs. Matheson's neck. Again, they took some basic statements and said, it's been a long weekend. We're just going to.
It's been a long weekend. Are you seriously like a serious felony? You think police officers like, oh, good enough? Doubt it.
I'm going to answer some of these chats to help Rob because he can't focus, but I can, and I'm going to
It's
help.
because he's getting you a cocktail, Kurt. So
Zachary
let's not
Moma
throw
says
stones.
sociable. That is a great super chat. Thank you very much for your super chat contribution. Pam Bursmark says bathtub gin. It is the best kind. Laurie Green Lister says your thoughts on Matthew Moreau, stage suicide. I don't know anything.
We're getting to
about
that
it.
next, apparently.
I have no
Oh
opinion.
my, so many things. How long is
Law
this live
Patrol.
stream?
Secret McSquirrel is one of the mega mods that never sleeps.
Yes.
True. She is everywhere. And she is always enthusiastic and full of energy. I don't know how she does it. But she keeps LawTube running, basically. Sadie Ramirez says, by the way, my last super chat was meant as a joke. I use a wheelchair, and the wheelchair emoji didn't show well.
Oh, I missed that super chat.
Truffle Hound said, McSquirrel Minions. I volunteer as tribute. Just contact Secret McSquirrel about that. Maybe you can help. She is the best. Cindy Thomas talking about, does Rob have a P.O. box? Not to the best of my knowledge. We should get him one.
Oh my.
Samantha says, thanks for your love support. As a retired RN, your advice is so true. I know I'll be strong for him to give him the support he will need. Thank you very much.
Best caregiver ever.
We appreciate it. This mouse is a little bit finicky. Adrienne says, Secret McSquirrel, I volunteer as a minion for you. I already have a squirrel avatar. People are interested for sure.
That's cute.
From Lisa Anerzierza, Mr. Lumber, I'm an anesthesia RN. Are you a bed and breakfast? LOL. Well, he's helping me and doing a very good job.
If I'm going to Virginia, I feel like now I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
Rob's.
Brentwood Chick says we are McMinions of McSquirrel. I agree, man. That's true. We all are working for Secret McSquirrel. Truffle Hound gives Australian $14.99. Motion in chat earlier to refer to McSquirrel supporters and fans as McMinions. I support this motion. Throw one in chat if you're with me. Rob has returned.
Cute.
So now that I've cleared out some chats for him, he can overtake his own stream.
No, we're taking it over. There's another of us. We've outnumbered him. So
Am I outnumbered? I'm outnumbered. All right. How far did we make it at all? No.
We made a little bit. I decided to do some super chats since you can't focus.
Could have taken more items into evidence to fill the holes in the story and to corroborate this.
Fill the holes in the story.
Helpful for you to make a decision in this matter. Then we turn to the children. They only said a few things. I didn't ask them much. I didn't believe they even.
I only traumatized them slightly.
Too much of value, but the little bit that they did say, it contradicted their mother being dragged down a hall in the house. It contradicted.
They're fucking kids.
Yeah.
Also, she didn't tell her own minor children about her rape assault.
Yeah, weird. I mean, that's the first thing that I run out and tell my kids. Hey, your dad just raped me and assaulted me, kids.
Also,
what are we
he's
having for
about,
dinner tonight?
also he's about to get convicted for letting his 14-year-old drive him around for a half hour.
Oh my.
Yeah, the driving violation is what's really going to get him.
Yeah. That is it like a 93 day allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code?
Oh God.
What their mother said about being restrained in the corner of the living room. It also shows that mother had no interest in speaking to them when the oldest.
It creeps me out when he refers to her as mother. I have to be honest.
All
It
right.
creeps me out
All
when he
right.
refers to her as mother.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is, but it creeps the hell out of me.
All right, I think we've reached the end of Rob's tolerance of this closing argument because
good.
he's now referring to things that he's saying that the mom didn't tell the minor children that were watching their mother tied up, and the minor children didn't respond back because they're minor children. Hey, Sean, let's watch. You okay with watching you curse at a screen? Because I kind of want to pull up Law Nerds clips edit of you today.
Which is it of the victor? Well, there's also video of me because I was streaming this trial when prosecutor threw his little bitch fit in front of the judge as well.
I was looking for the original Long Crime. Is that not available? That original?
No, you should be able to find it. It's day 7, like 30 minutes in.
All right.
Oh no! She got that too.
Oh, okay. Oh, she did. Oh,
what is this craziness?
a prosecutor storms out in the middle of a hearing in front of the judge and basically says,
I think I saw a piece of this. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
And
I want to see this again.
To the chat, someone had posted, and I don't do this often. Someone had posted my PO box, and they just posted it wrong. I have no problem with it being posted. It's public information. I have it on my channel, but it wasn't the right one. So I don't like doing this, but don't send it to that other one.
Oh, that was going to make it really awkward for the owner of that PO box.
Somebody's going to be getting all kinds of.
Nope, not unpin that one. That's not that one.
Unsolicited mail.
Unsolicited panties from all over the country.
That's what I mean.
Mike, did you really need to go there?
Yeah.
I was thinking like requests for like
I was talking about
signed
me.
8x10 headshots, you know.
And guys, to clarify, I am not asking. Do not. Having you guys in the chat is plenty. Period. Like
you can send me stuff. Send me all the stuff. It's my PO box is on
Not
my
what
box.
Mike is asking for or suggesting. Kurt, did you hear what he said before you start saying, please send me things?
Yeah, Mike kind of don't send Kurt what Mike said.
Yeah, you can send him like happy postcards or something.
Is Mike screwing me again?
It's just this mess that's
Watch
created.
out.
It's beautiful.
Troublemaker.
It's totally a troublemaker. But no, and guys, I don't. The only reason I put my PO box up there was to make sure that no one sends this poor innocent individual of that other PO box owner whatever y'all are going to send. So please, that's the only reason that is there. I will take it down at some point in time, but don't send that other person anything.
Plus,
That's
if any of you need your restraining order by certified mail, you send them to Rob's PO box.
The unicorn says so. Don't be mean.
And to be honest, if you send a bunch of unicorns, that person would be even more confused.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can find this lovely stitch.
Oh my!
Brought
Do we have
to
a
us
setup on
by-
this one? Is there? I like some context. I need
So
context.
yeah, sure, I can fill you guys in. So Matthew Moore was facing a murder trial in the Columbus area. Back in May 24th of 2020, his wife disappeared. And then they found her body in the woods nearby, hanging from a USB cable from like a printer or something in September 16th. So like almost 4 months. It's central Ohio in the middle of summer. By the time they found her, she was basically a skin bag of bones. Everything else. And they weren't sure, obviously they think he did it. It wasn't until 2021 when they arrested him. He spent over a year in jail up until about today, awaiting trial on a $2.5 million bond. And their theory was he either killed her in the house and drug her to the woods, or that he killed her out in the woods and then staged the suicide. And there was a lot of forensic anthropology and a couple like biomechanical specialists that were coming in and talking about how things were done. The prosecution's case wasn't the best. And I guess we're going to cover the verdict now, apparently. So I won't spoil that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a really good attorney, by the way.
Well, but Sean, the Law and Crime had a position on whether this should be guilty or innocent, right?
Yeah, guilty, not guilty. Oh, yeah. And everybody there, they were all about guilty the whole way through. But the people who watch Law and Crime are generally like, it's like, and no offense, Debbie, but those are the people who like watching Law and Order and all the different shows like that, which are kind of like I consider prosecution porn. Like it's usually like it's the prosecutors and the cops doing the good thing, but they don't show
That's
like
an interesting term that I've never heard. But okay.
well, but it's like pro state porn. Like it's always great, and it like the new round of Law and Order that comes out, the state really hasn't been goose egged, and it's always like they're going after bad guys, and it's like that's not always how it
we should
works.
win most of our cases, right? We get to
You
pick
should,
what we
because
prosecute,
they should be properly brought. Exactly.
Yes,
Right.
but the point is though that's you know, but I would argue the most recent round of Law and Order is like those are questionable prosecutions, but they
I
don't
mean,
cover
Law and
them.
Order's not real.
So for a lot of people it is though. You know, like people watching Cops, people like watching X,
That
Y, and
is
Z.
real. Cops is real, man.
Yeah, well,
Oh God, behave, you two.
like they watching Live PD, for example, or they watch that Court Night Live show, on, I think it's on Court TV or A&E now, where these judges are like arbitrating cases.
Oh.
Yeah,
gosh.
it's just
How do
it's
people
bad.
turn to
It's
watch all
awful.
these things.
Yeah.
Well, let's watch our buddy Sean get rather enthused.
Oh, I'm excited.
And by the way, the credit
Sean,
to
we haven't met, by the way. I'm
Yes.
Debbie Davis.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
See, we bring people together.
Oh, it's like
Building
a big
bridges.
family.
Lawn, lumber, bed and breakfast, bringing people together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Wood
My
chickers.
husband and son went to Virginia recently. They stayed with friends, but I mean, if
woodchuckers.
you're shacking people up out down there, it's like an Airbnb.
Wood chickers, woodchuckers, and all you mother.
Oh, good
Okay.
Lord. There it goes
I like
again.
it. No, I like it. Wood chickers, woodchuckers, and all you mother.
Oh, hey, good.
Wow.
Bleep. Excellent.
Yeah. All right. All right, Sean. Ready for some Inception? Because here we
Yeah.
go. And all the way. By the way, this credit goes to Law Nerd Clips. Fantastic. He does a great job stitching these videos together. He's awesome, and he's a great supporter of all LawTube. Go like and subscribe to all of his videos. Fantastic. So that's the credit for here.
Hey, and
for
send
doing a
me
great
some so I
job.
can do some reactions with these on my channel. Just saying.
Exactly. And Law Nerd Clips. I mean, I just gave you
No,
more
I'm not
resources.
follow him.
Yep, gave you more resources. All right, let's go.
Have you selected a foreperson? Juror number 2, have you reached your verdict, sir? All right, would you please hand them to...
Jeez, did the judge just run in or something? Like we interrupted his marathon training, or he ran all the way here. Yeah, he was very out of breath.
Did you just hear Raptor?
Okay, I'm
So
all right, guys.
naughty.
You know, positive vibes here. He needs them. Good
No.
vibes. Good vibes.
No, he needs truth vibes.
The court will now announce the verdict. Verdict on count 1.
Debbie, I'm muting you because I hear background noise every now and then. Yes, I saw that facial expression because you saw that you were muted because I hear background noise, which is why I mute you. Don't worry. I didn't mute you intentionally because I don't have a prosecutor or a defense attorney bias. I love all of you. Except, Sean, don't talk over yourself in this video because it's going to confuse the F out of everybody.
I'm muted right now.
We, the jury, being duly impaneled and sworn, find the defendant Matthew L. Moore not guilty
Yes!
of murder as he stands charged in count
Booyah!
1 of the indictment dated the 26th of August, 2022, signed by all 12 members of the panel. Verdict on count 2. We, the jury, being duly impaneled and sworn, find the defendant Matthew L. Moore not guilty of murder. as he
Boom,
stands
son!
charged in count
That's
1 of the
right!
indictment
That's how you do it, Matt.
26 August 2022, and signed in ink by all 12 members of the panel. Verdict on count 3. We, the jury, being duly impaneled and sworn, find the defendant Matthew Moore not guilty of...
That's how it's done, baby. That's how it's done.
Indictment.
Fucking stack those dubs.
26,
His counsel's
2022,
awkwardly smiling.
signed by all 12 members of the...
Take it easy, Debbie. I've been like, she's trying to hold back tears.
This isn't the clip I was thinking of.
It's better.
I just saw a clip of this judge. And the
Trusting is
prosecutor
busy.
storms
Wait,
out because he's about to dismiss
Mike.
later.
That's later.
Mike,
That's
Don't
later.
ruin it, Mike.
Gosh, you child.
Bleep him.
No, because bleep was apparently loud.
It was loud, but it was effective.
Get it, girl.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Get it, girl.
Mike, I didn't really mean that.
Get it,
personally,
girl.
I'd like to express my appreciation for the time and the attention you have given to this court during the course of this trial. This is one of the longer trials.
Long cuck must be.
You guys, I don't like this. The thing is, I don't know if you guys have ever been in a courtroom when you're having to hold it together. I've cried in court. I know other attorneys have. And there are certain cases where you try to detach the emotion and you sit there and you try to bury it down. And I don't know if you guys have ever tried to take a picture of yourself when you're trying to hide emotion. You look really fucking stupid. Like you just do.
Yeah. Also, I'm just going to say Diane Menashe, the attorney there, she fully believes in her client. And that is such an emotional feeling. It's like, it's one thing if you win, you're like, okay, we got away with one. But when you think you really snatched somebody away from getting wrongfully prosecuted, there, it's hard not to have an emotion there. I mean, do you want her just to like look like a samurai the whole time? I mean,
and I can respect that she, I'm sure, put a ton of work into the case, and it's the culmination of what you've done. I just feel like for me, I am extremely aware that there's people on both sides that, if you win as a prosecutor, there's still loved ones of the defendant that typically are supportive of them. And I don't want to, negate what their feelings are by showing any emotion. So I try really hard to just stone face. In the back room, I might like pump my fist or like give my victim a big ass hug or whatever it is. But in the courtroom, though I have, I knock on wood, I haven't lost yet as a prosecutor. But I feel like I might, depending on the type of case, be very, very disappointed for my victim. And that would be
this prosecutor has a particularly notable reaction.
That's the thing. So, and Judy, I am not at all throwing shade at any of that at all. And I am so, I know
I will.
You've been in the chat. You have texted to me. I do know that you've been through a very traumatic experience. That was not shade. This chat is a very positive chat. This is just to remind people that there are, and this is a cool thing. We have a prosecutor and a defense attorney, like right there, and they're talking. I bet if these two were in court together, they would go at each other's throats, and it would be.
Don't look like World War One.
Oh yeah, yeah. But that's what you do. You go to the mat for your client, and it's a weird thing for attorneys to be commenting because there are people that are in each one of these cases, and justice gets it right, justice gets it wrong. It's hard to tell in certain cases which side of the coin we're on, and we try to approach it fairly, but there are two sides to every story. Now, I want you to watch the prosecutor's reaction.
The walking out wasn't part of the verdict. That was a separate hearing.
It was, but it's in this clip. It was part of this. The prosecutor was not really behaving.
Oh yeah, sure. No, I agree. Let's just get to it.
All right.
Yeah. He fucking melted down.
And you all were willing to give your
They
time
did. It was beautiful.
Absolute attention to this matter. And you certainly received the thanks not only of
this was his
court
wife or
community
ex
as
or
well for your service.
It was his wife.
As I said
he's
earlier,
pretty fucking smiley for like
this is a
shame. I'm sorry. I just
fully
you
serve
should have bleeped me. I'm not sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. You can have those opinions. You're allowed to, guys.
I know. I'm just, and you got to respect that the jury listened to everything, right? And they came up with their verdict, and that's how the judicial system works. And you have to respect the jury's verdict. But he's a little smiley for having a dead wife. Just saying.
Well, listen to the judge's comments. The judge.
You may speak to anyone.
I didn't watch the case from start to finish. Sean did. He has a better take on it.
I got it on day 3, not.
I'm going now.
Last week I was too
now
busy.
Discharge you, and you can go back to the jury room. I will tell you that I would like to go back and speak to you privately if you're willing to do that.
I love that, by the way.
Leave,
best part of the jury trial.
If you'd like to go back when I conclude
That
my
last
business
moment
here,
when the judge goes
I'd
back
like
and
to go back
talks to him.
speak you.
When we get to talk to them,
Yes.
it's so
So that you can go on your way. So
wonderful. It's hard
you,
to describe.
I'll have you go back to your jury
Their
room
marriage
now.
was on the rocks already. They were going to get
We'll
divorced,
proceed
so it
with a few
wasn't
things
like
in here, and then
100%, Bren.
Thank you.
Yeah, but still, it's a human being that died. I mean,
It
I get
is.
it. Like,
Also, his
I bet
life
they're
in
melting
jeopardy
down.
too.
yeah,
You'll hear the
And
reams
he's
from
going to go to jail for the
Canada.
rest of his life for something that he didn't do.
Argue
Yeah, just like,
something the
thanks,
jury
guys.
found he didn't do.
Thanks for not. Thanks for not putting me in jail forever.
I think
Man,
I'd be
be
pretty
mailing, like,
happy, to
every
be honest. I have
Christmas,
to
I'd
be
mail the
honest.
fucking prosecutor's office a box of fucking USB cables if I was him.
Oh, Sean.
I would be such a fucking asshole if I was
Sean.
Matthew Moore.
That's
Just a
Sean
fucking
gets
dick.
spicy. Sean gets spicy.
You put me in jail for a year like that, I'd be a little.
If
I
you're,
wouldn't
if,
be
you,
conciliatory.
if it was me and I was
I think
wrong,
from
yeah.
day one, everyone's wanted justice for your wife, Emily. And I've heard that phrase a lot, and I think everyone truly desires that. But I think the jury has also said, justice for Emily is not injustice for you. And they reaffirmed that. I will just formally say, I am terminating the bond previously set in this case, and you will be discharged, and you are free to go. We will do that.
look at the officer's face. Now
we
that
have an entry that we'll
is a
prepare
stone
immediately to
face of
cause that
somebody
damage.
who's being professional.
Anything else from the state? Anything else from council? I'm going to ask them if they would be willing to speak to council. That's really one of the main things I'm going to be doing. So if any of you would like to do that, I will come back out here and let them know, and then you can go.
But yes, Dick Van Dyke is the judge.
Yes, he's got a great radio voice.
Yeah. Kurt, when Kurt said that, like we were watching this earlier and Kurt said that, and I was like, okay. Yep. Pretty much.
Also, somebody's asking, I did get invited to the wedding, by the way. I didn't have time for it when I got the invitation. It was a little too soon or too late.
Sean, are you scratching your neck with a sword?
No, I'm not scratching it. I'm just holding it. But it's a boken. It's not a sword.
Oh my, you're very.
Training.
I can hardly see. So
It's made out of wood. It's red oak. You'd like it.
It's lumber.
Yeah.
Lumber.
Thank you for your service in this case. Yeah, you did a fine job, and same with you folks. So we are in recess. We will file the verdicts with the clerk. We'll proceed from there.
I kind of get the feeling the judge is going to acquit this if the jury didn't come back with the verdict. He seems to have been very like pointing out this case was shit.
That's sad. But was the case shit because of the investigation, or was the case shit because?
Oh wait,
of the
I'm
facts?
surprised. Are they going to? The case they had bad facts. The prosecutor. This is one of those gray area cases. So
You know, and on those, there is somebody who is deceased and is presumably murdered, right? It's like sometimes you got to try the case even if you might lose, right?
No, I agree. Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's a questionable murder. It might be a suicide. We don't know. Yeah. But they also, one of the big problems was they had an expert who did a test, and part of it was she was hanging from a tree branch, and it's very clear the prosecutor wanted this guy to go out and test, like, would the branch support this woman's body weight? And it did, and it fully supported the crash test dummy they used. Like, that really made it look like, and so the defense brought that up at trial because it was an expert that prepared a report. So yeah, it looked like they didn't want to accept that, like, this was kind of bad, and they still went ahead anyway. The jurors were able to ask questions at this trial, and their questions were going down that road of, like, you know, what like they were answering a lot of the unknowns. They were questioning a lot of the issues.
It was one of those jurisdictions.
Well, no,
that's
it's
what
not,
we have.
It's not a jurisdictional issue. It's generally judges get to make that decision.
Oh,
so I can go from
like
courthouse to courthouse. It's up to the judge really to decide if they let the jurors ask questions or not. It's up to the judge if the jurors get to take notes or not.
Yeah, same.
Well, I knew that part. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the questions, honestly, I love when they can ask questions because it tells you
where
what they're thinking and what your weaknesses are or your strengths are. Like, oh, they're getting it, or oh man, they are not getting it, or at least one of them is not getting it. I need to, do X, Y, or Z. So I love when they get to ask questions.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. To say
No, I'm sorry, but I would object to it going forward anyway right now.
So pause it real quick, Rob.
All right,
Pause it
yep.
real quick.
Context, please. I need
Okay,
this.
so the night, but this is day 7. On day 6, the defense made a motion to acquit, stating that the state had not presented everything necessary to meet all the elements of the offense. And the judge looked over at the prosecutor. He said, "Look, I agree. I believe there's enough to show that there was a murder." But they had not shown, he said up until that point, at least in a coherent way, explain to me the intent to kill and explain to me how he's tied into it, the defendant. So the judge, really sat there and turned his chair to the prosecutor and said, "You may proceed to convince me." Because they hadn't fully made it. Well, and the issue was it wasn't fully clear yet. And yes, once they laid it out, okay, in the light most favorable to the prosecution, yes, they hadn't met the burden. But there were also about 150 exhibits in this case. So the judge said, I'm going to think this over. We'll talk about it in the morning. We'll start at 9:30. And the prosecutor said, like, okay, well, I've got an appointment. He's like, we'll wait till 9:30. So this is about 9:30. And the judge is about to give his ruling on this motion to acquit. And then we'll go from there.
Okay. And guys, Kurt is not asleep. Kurt is watching. He's
Wake up,
having
Kurt.
fun.
I'm sitting right here, man.
He's having fun.
Yeah,
You
Debbie,
guys-
let me know if this would fly in your courtrooms.
Oh, goody. Here we go.
Oh, it's about to get real.
Yeah.
Prosecutor who's on this case.
But she chose not to be here.
That's not accurate, Judge.
Okay,
We had-
okay, your objection's noted.
We had a phone status conference 2 weeks ago in which Ms. Schiffel.
Your objection is noted. Okay?
I'm not going to participate in this proceeding without the elected county prosecutor. I think this is a sham that you're going forward. When the court was
You're going to sit here. You're going to sit here.
You were told about her unavailability and specifically told her on the phone not to cancel that appointment, that it wouldn't be.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you want to be here for the decision, that's your business.
Well, Your Honor, I think this is outrageous. You're going forward without the
What a jackass. What a jackass.
Yeah.
So I gather that he's saying that the elected prosecutor had some other obligation.
Well, but it was already past that time. And he said, well, then we'll start at 9:30. And she said, okay. And she wasn't back yet. But the judge is merely giving his ruling, his opinion at this point. He's going to say, where he believes the burdens have been met or haven't been met. And either way, you don't just get to up and walk out on the record because they're already on the record.
Well, and
you don't just up and walk out in the middle of the game like that.
No,
you don't turn your back on the.
I'd find. I mean, if you did this to me in my courtroom, I'd find you in contempt. You're showing me contempt.
There is, I think he was acting like a little bitch about this, but I don't have the stones. Like I would expect myself to get cuffed and taken on the back if I tried that, or at least get grieved or reprimanded in some way if I did that as a defense attorney.
I mean, and the thing is with the prosecution, like the idea is with your prosecutor's office, you have other duly sworn prosecutors that can step in. And if this wasn't something where he needed to have specialized knowledge to argue something in front of the court, if you're just there to get the ruling, which can then be replayed for the head prosecutor or a transcript made.
Yeah.
Unless he needed to be able to argue or articulate something.
No, he
can sit in.
Yeah, he is co-counsel on the trial itself.
Oh, so
he's
it's not like he doesn't have knowledge of the trial. He knows.
Yeah.
About
and this is and the judge is really just going to sit there and say, okay, well, I read through all this stuff. Here's what I think. The state's met its burden of proof on showing that a murder occurred. And then he said after a while, he said he listed out all the factors where they met the burden of proof showing the intent to kill. And then he laid out why he thought the state had met the burden of proof showing that the defendant could have committed the murder. So at the initially it looked like he was going to shoot them down. And I wonder if that's part of his temper tantrum. But at the end, the judge completes his, the judge rules in their favor. But yeah, you don't have to do anything. There's nothing else to argue. You have to just sit there and listen.
So did he come back in or?
Well, that does happen. Yeah.
Okay.
I think leaving is questionable. I mean, he doesn't have to be there because he's just giving a ruling. So he can, in the sense, it's arguable that he can just walk out.
Well,
what you can't do is say this is a sham.
Yeah,
this is a sham. Is direct contempt.
If the state fails to show up for part of the prosecution at that point in time,
I would be motioning for a mistrial and a dismissal with
Exactly.
prejudice.
Immediately.
The state's abandoned the courtroom, Your Honor.
Yep.
They apparently they
And-
don't.
Yeah,
They're not
maybe-
prosecuting this.
Maybe that's me
You've
coming
got-
from a civil context. In civil court, you just be like, okay, well then just you don't get a say, and whatever happens, happens. That's it. we don't
so
care. But,
the
but
only
we're
point-
not dealing with people's liberty. That's true.
But the only point I want to make is that I've made a comment before about bringing a toothbrush to court, and that was after a very, very, very long and not friendly argument with a judge who's now I love this judge, and he's now elevated to the Court of Appeals, Virginia. No, sorry, Supreme Court of Virginia. One of my favorite judges of all time, but it was one where I was legitimately scared he was going to say.
I've been
ever
like this
since
close
then-
to going in back.
Oh yeah. And ever since then, whenever I have a case and I have an argument, and my law partner says, "Do you need your toothbrush?" And I
Oh,
can't.
shoot.
I went to court once, and she put a packaged toothbrush in my briefcase,
Oh my.
in the bottom of the
It's a
briefcase.
good reminder. Just a little-
Just the reminder, like just in case,
Yes.
because every now and then there are those arguments you have to make. This ain't one, and you don't do it. You don't. I made that argument respectfully, and I fought the judge, and it was heated and it was argumentative, and I was telling him he didn't have a power, he didn't have authority to do what he was doing. This, I never, ever, ever turned my back on the court.
Yeah.
Like that. You don't do that.
Yes.
If I would do this in Fairfax, I can tell you right now, every single judge I've been in front of in Fairfax Circuit Court would point to his bailiff and say, "Can you please stop Mr. Morton before he leaves the courtroom?"
Yes. Now, I will say in this situation, the judge here is a visiting judge. There was a conflict of there was a perceived conflict. So the judge in this county that was going to be trying, he said, "Look, I'm bailing out." The Supreme Court of Ohio appointed a retired judge to come fill his place. So
I don't care. I'm the
no,
judge
but
of
I'm
the
saying
state.
this
What
guy
do I
probably
give a crap?
this guy's feeling as though it's because he's shitting in a pool he'll never swim in again. is
I don't
part
care
of-
if you found me from Craigslist, man. I'm the
Oh, I
judge of the
understand. I
state.
understand.
No.
But I think there's part of the reason why he did this.
Well, and it also, I mean, sometimes if you haven't practiced in front of that judge, for him, maybe he thinks the judge is, out of line and
It doesn't matter.
disrespecting
Well,
his
I don't
cause.
care if it's.
I,
I've been in front
I-
of judges
I'm
out of
just
line.
saying,
Yeah.
like, sometimes if you practice in front of a judge all the time,
Yeah.
I feel like you're maybe more apt to shut your damn mouth and sit down and accept it. Whereas he's like, "I'll never see this judge again, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
throw
well-
my fit and walk out." But it's still inappropriate.
Yeah, but he's an old. This judge is a retired judge. He's an old timer. You've got to be like, he's not a brand new. He's not a brand new judge. He's you
Mm-hmm.
know you got to be careful you're doing with an old guy who won't put up with your shit. So
And every now and then we get sub judges, and I have like a case that's set for trial, and I'll walk in and I'll see the sub judge, and sub judge, the retired judge I was in front of, and I'll say, "Judge, can I have a moment?" And I'll walk into the hallway and say, "We need to settle this now." Like just seeing that sub judge going, "This, you do not want to be in front of this judge right now. We need to talk settlement." And I'm like, "Judge, can we have 5? Thank you."
yeah.
Yeah. All right. But yep.
My gosh, what time is it?
Wait, what the fuck? He just walked out like that?
Oh.
What
Come
the
back,
fuck?
Come back. Come back.
Whoa.
Is the press state going to go? This is a Sam. This
I ban him from the courtroom for the rest of the hearing. That'd be good.
so bad.
So like you left, you're not coming back.
Are they
So
going to
no.
fucking pussy their way out again?
I'm the second chair. Not
Are they
anymore.
gonna
You're
get a press
not.
conference?
Sean has so many opinions.
And they came in after, like, as the judge is finishing up his ruling, he comes walking in with the detective and the elected prosecutor, and they come in, and she comes in hauling all her crap with her, and she does something that I think is kind of a big no-no. She walks around the lectern and in the front of her table to her side, and unless you've been given permission to move about the room, especially during
She goes into the well?
Yeah, well, yeah, she crosses into no man's land. Like I try to explain to people, when you're at your table, that's like your trench, and when you don't hop over the front of it until you've got permission to be out there. And when the judge is just giving a ruling, and you walk into court while he's on the record, you cross over the bar, you cross through the bar, and then you walk in front of your tables.
Pretty ballsy.
And she's come walking in carrying her flip flops.
Wait,
Her like
what?
flats, like because she has her dress shoes, but she's also got her night like shoes she wears that are more comfortable. Oh yeah, it's.
What?
Hold on
Why
here,
would
I'll
you
show
bring
it.
that
Let me
into the
find it. Let me
courtroom?
find. It is the most unprofessional fucking thing I've ever seen, and I can say that because I'll never appear in this county. It's too far away.
Yes, Sean, put the sword down.
Yes. Hold on. Here,
He's
let me see if I
mad.
can find it.
Get that piece of lumber off your neck and
Yeah.
get your stuff picked up here.
Let me see here.
Debbie.
What?
Oh, we gotta just. Oh,
Yeah. Well, you guys will see this part. This part is just awful.
you need to learn. Like I have learned to stop playing into innuendo because people just make the wrong. Never mind.
Here we go. I think. Hold on. Is this where it all happened? Yes. All right. Can I share it? Well, here. Hold on, Rob. I'm going to send you the link to Long Cuck, and I'll tell you where to grab it.
What did you just say?
Throw the
Long
privacy.
Cuck. Yeah, I
Oh.
did.
Oh,
let
okay.
me screen.
We have
that
some
one.
disagreements with them.
They're not good people. Well, not to say that. They copyright strike a lot of people, or they try to hit copyright on public trials. They get every single case wrong. Like
Yeah,
I
they
don't.
nuked me, and I had 800 subs.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oops.
you need
Debbie,
to get to.
You're the innocent child of the. I'm sorry to do this to you tonight, but I'm
You're
glad.
just paying me back for mine that I had you on.
So yeah, start
right.
at You know what?
It's
Just start at Like there's a couple of shots where they zoom back out while the judge is talking, and it's just an empty table. Let me see. Where do they show
where
up?
We're going, and
Hold on.
we're looking at different things that come up. Where's the process?
Yeah. Here you go. Here you go.
Oh,
Here
yeah,
you go.
I'm gonna
You
fall
are
asleep.
at 30.
Kurt's falling asleep too. So
Yeah,
tired.
hold on.
God, what time is it? I can't
It's
tell.
fine. We'll make it there, and you can jump off the second that you see this one part, and then you can
No,
jump
you're
off.
fine. I want to be mean, just like, peace out on you, but I'm all tired.
I'm trying to find it. Damn it, where's it at?
To eat something.
I would just start at 31 minutes because you can see the judge talking, and then eventually you'll see them come funneling in. I can't find the exact spot.
Hmm.
Yeah. Actually, wait. Go back to 29:30, and that'll show it to you. 29:30.
29. Okay, 29:30. I'm
30.
close to it.
Yeah.
I'm close to it. We're gonna do this.
Yes.
And
It's
then
Come on, Rob.
crazy.
Get it together.
I've got it together. I've got it together.
Yeah.
I've got
So
it.
exciting. So exciting.
I have got it. And then we're gonna do super chats after this because oh my gosh, I have to be up in the morning for Lawyers and Dragons.
Yeah, I have an appointment tomorrow morning, so yeah, I got to be up too.
I'm guest appearing on Lawyers and Dragons.
Engaged in the conduct resulted in the demise of his wife. The argument presented by the state, based upon the evidence presented in its totality, is that, again, under the rule, the court has made the finding that this was a homicide and staged suicide from the evidence in the view most favored to the state. And the question raised from that evidence, by working from that, is who would be a perpetrator, who would take the time and necessity not only of ending the life of an individual, but taking the effort to stage it so it would appear to be a suicide. Now, we obviously know, and the evidence reflects, that within 48 hours, the police provided the Miranda rights to the defendant. So he certainly began this case as a person of interest upon whom suspicion would fall, and that's virtually the case every time when a spouse is missing or is found to be a victim of a homicide. Certainly, circumstantially, based upon that evidence, based upon the conclusion that the court's finding that this is a homicide and staged suicide, is also rather consistent
She
with
has
the
her little shoes. It's kind of wandering
the evidence
like
provided
literally
the fact
while
that
he's talking,
suicide
just
over a significant period of time has affected.
wow.
That's the elected prosecutor.
Oh, that's bad.
Well, and it gets better. Let him finish. It gets better.
Hang on, I gotta see this again.
Consistent with the thought that
she chooses to go around that way.
Yeah,
It's
she can walk behind the
a
chairs.
long way.
the evidence provided the fact that suicide over a significant period of time has affected the difficulty in the lives of both the defendant and his wife. Which
Like a
likewise
Chad, he just
has
keeps
a
going.
bearing
Good for the judge. Yeah, I mean,
Didn't even miss a
why
beat,
that could
man.
very well
Didn't.
have been staged
and
by.
paying attention and giving deference to the.
Again, at this, considering all of this evidence,
I'm surprised she didn't have like a Dunkin' Donuts coffee in her hand.
No kidding.
Starbucks whip thing, yeah.
Decision, I find at this time that taken in total, the state has met its threshold burden to allow this matter to be considered by the jury, and thus the Rule 29 motion presented timely at the close of the state's case will not be granted.
State prevails.
The
Despite
court
their
will simply state for the record at
disrespectful
this time,
actions.
and particularly since we are coming to the close of the state's case due to our unique agreed circumstances, that the court on its own motion is going to take under advisement a Rule 29 motion at the conclusion of all of the state's presentation of evidence.
Ooh,
And
What
will
is
proceed
that?
accordingly.
he just sua sponte. Tell me he didn't just sua sponte say, I'm going to not require them to make the motion. I'm going to sua sponte acknowledge the motion has been made. And at the conclusion of all evidence, I'm going to allow it to renew from my motion.
Yeah.
Huh.
Nice.
Interesting.
Rob, they had to call people out of order. So that was part of like in the court in Ohio has that authority under the criminal rules to sua sponte under its own motion, acquit if counsel doesn't make that issue. So
I
there
don't
was some
know. Like it would have been so much cooler if it was a clapback.
No, it's not. It's there were some issues about things that were not called in the right order. So they had to call people out of order on both sides.
Sorry, to the chat. Sua sponte means the judge does it from the bench. No party has to make a motion. The judge makes the motion. The court makes the motion. It's a very unique set of circumstances.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't want you to think that was more than what it was.
You got it. Nice work.
All right.
But I'm super tired now. So
He addresses the prosecutor, though, when they come back. The next part is the best.
Okay. All right. I'm listening.
Say hi to. Okay. Here we go.
Now, with this decision, we are now at the point where I guess we should take this opportunity, if you wish, to go over jury instructions. Are there any? Is the state ready or willing to discuss jury instructions?
Willing.
Yes, Your Honor, I am. Thank you.
Right,
And I thought that was a great dig by him.
Ready or
additions, or
willing?
corrections would you seek?
Thank you. Hold on a second. Sorry, Your Honor. I actually only just have a few things to point out to the court. So, Your Honor, the first one being the inclusion of the defense's request for the suicide instruction on page 3.
She just completely acted like the rest of that never
Your Honor,
happened.
the trial brief provided one case from the state of Pennsylvania to support that request.
Oh, see, I don't have a problem with that though. Move on. That's fine. I have no problem there.
Yeah, no, well, I think, if she is in charge, I apologize for my subordinate's conduct. Yeah, well, I believe in the formality of the courtroom. That guy defied the authority of that courtroom, not just the formality of it.
Well, who knows if she got the full story yet?
Oh, I guarantee you, there's a reason why they walked in as he was ending. They had been watching that and like streaming that on a phone.
It's
See it
ridiculous.
occurred. I think they knew. Like that was timed right for them to come in.
What did you do to Kurt?
But yeah, guys, you just walking around the courtroom like that. That is a
No. It's a no.
That gets you in trouble. Yeah, that gets you in trouble.
Mhm. Well, this has been really fun, but I'm super hungry and a little bit tired. And I don't know how long this has been, but it's been a 3-hour live stream.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't here for all of it, but
Debbie, you haven't done like my chat.
That's how Rob rolls.
That's how I do it.
Like
I can't
marathons.
actually start a stream and end it within 2 hours.
That's Mike. That goes against everything that you told me about live streams.
I don't know if I told you anything. Well,
Like 30 minutes.
What I told you is just that's my limit.
Oh, okay.
Geez, I was doing this trial. We were knocking out 10-hour days.
Oh, I would.
Oh my goodness.
You know what made me grow was the depth trial, and it wasn't me. It was
Mhm.
being on Alita's channel, and I'd sit there for hours, and she would go 12 hours. I mean, I might do 3 or 4, and just lose my mind.
Yeah, but like you have a practice still, and that's where I'm at. Like I would.
Oh yeah,
love
well
to-
I do. I practice
I wish
too.
I could do this all the time.
Yeah,
Like, Rob, you don't really have a practice. Whatever. Just
Tuesday
whatever.
I was streaming this in and out of court.
Easy, Rob.
Excuse me.
I'm teasing you. You have a
No.
very good practice, from what I understand, and you gave me good advice. So
I love my practice. And yeah, Debbie, to the chat before Debbie signs off. Debbie every now and then will say, "Hey, I'm live in this trial. Can you watch for a little bit?" And then like she'll text me and be like, "How was it? How did you see it? Am I missing anything?" It's my favorite like head collaboration. Like I just like
No,
you hit
that's
this
cool.
point. I didn't like the objection here. Focus on this. And she's like, "I feel great about." I'm like, "Yes, you're doing great."
then he's like,
it's
"She's not really doing great," but I didn't
I
want to
know.
ruin
I don't know how you watched
headspace.
that one in Cass County, not because you, Debbie, just because the video sucked. I don't know how you can focus.
Yeah, I mean it's not ideal, I guess, but it was fun. I liked going to Cass County. So
all right, Debbie,
all
get
right,
some sleep.
hey, peace out. Thanks, you guys.
I'm checking out
Appreciate
too.
having
Thanks
me.
for coming by earlier too, Debbie.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you,
I had
Debbie.
a great time. I
Hey,
mean,
Mike.
I don't show up for like weeks, and then all of a sudden I'm in 2 in one night. So who knows? You never know where I'm going to pop up. But bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
Debbie. Nice to meet you.
All right, I'm out too. Nice to see you, Sean. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah,
Well, hang
yeah.
on.
Well,
You have
yeah.
to let me. You have to let me rebut this before you leave.
Okay.
No, Rob and Kurt are not a couple. Rob visits his friends, and his friends visit him. I went up to visit Mike.
Yep.
I got to visit Sean, but not during the winter. I'm not going to visit you during the winter.
Yeah, there's
I love you,
there's
buddy,
so
but
much to do in Ohio. Period. Anyway.
No, but you can come visit anytime.
Yeah, thanks. No, somebody was saying why were there 2 pictures of my avatar there? I was like, well, I still work full time, so like Tuesday I was in and out of court, but I let the stream run and I'd pop in. So I have to leave it here on my desktop, so then I pop in on a second, like from my phone or something. So that's what that was all about.
Ah.
So, yeah.
Yep.
StreamYard sucks on the phone, though. I can say that much.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it does.
Period.
They need an
John
app.
couldn't get in, and I know that's why. When from Tampa today, when he was like doing the courtroom thing.
Oh,
Yep.
So,
All right, Rob. I
See you,
didn't
Mike.
get arrested. I didn't get in too much trouble. I was better behaved tonight.
Mike, you did a fantastic job. You actually earned a shot of.
I went from F to D minus. All right.
You did
All
great.
right. Have fun and Lawyers and Dragons tomorrow.
Yes, sir. 10 a.m.
All right. See y'all soon.
All right. See you, buddy. All right, Sean. I need you to do me a massive favor. Even if you're leaving, if you're dubbing out for this, I need you to do me a massive favor and keep my chat entertained while I go and use the restroom.
okay, no, I can stay around for a bit.
Pretty please. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
All
I
right.
am good. Yeah. So,
You're
guys,
awesome.
yeah, no, guys, if you want to watch some of the Matthew Moore trial, I was able to start covering it on Monday. Last week I was in a trial myself for a little bit, so I didn't get to cover the first 3 days of it. But I started on day 4, 5, 6, 7, and then today, day 8, including the whole verdict watch, was on the whole time. If you guys want to see it from at least day 4 onwards, I have it on my channel, Potentially Criminal. Yeah, so that case was tried in Delaware County, Ohio. It was it was really interesting. Yeah, it's just if you watch it, you'll get to see when we start watching it, it's all the experts come in and you just have a lot of questions about what happened. And then 9 Inch Nail Gal 1994 for super chat for 5, I think, Australian dollar redos, which I know Rob appreciates. Poor hashtag Wood Daddy has wannabe groupies. We love you with or without the innuendos. Good luck in Lawyers and Dragons.
I don't have wannabe groupies. They're my friends. Like you guys, laugh. Like, no, like we're actually friends. Like I love this. This is great. I don't get to talk to him a lot because the thing is we're honestly super busy. We actually practice law and like we get to spend time. Either I will go and invade Sean's chat, like and start just making comments when he's doing a video analysis and just
it's
driving
fun.
him nuts. Yeah.
And somebody just mentioned though, it's and for let's say people like Nick who does this full time. Well, even when you do this part time, you realize like it's fun, but it almost turns into a chore at times. Like I mentioned this when I got my copy strike and I was basically off here for 7 days. Even though I just started doing it, I was like, wow, this is kind of a relief. I can't do anything. So you just got to sit there and you're like, sorry, I'm busy. Or like when I've been in trial, it's like, sorry, I'm worried about trial. It's kind of a relief, actually.
And I don't know why I decided to do my Trials of the Century stream like Wednesday nights, because trials in Fairfax begin like Tuesdays usually and end Wednesdays.
Yeah, here
And
too.
I've got a trial on Wednesday that's a full day trial, and I've got Trials of the Century that I'm hosting. I'm going, this is going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. Somebody's saying don't go visit Runkle. He'll take you to kill majestic animals. Sounds like fun.
I mean,
go hunt some bears and stuff. That's like some Hemingway stuff right there.
Sean has sound effects that are actual ammunition.
They're not sound effects.
I know they're not sound effects, Sean. That was a joke. That was a joke.
Oh, well,
I know they're not sound effects. Okay, I'm going to hit these super chats. You can stick around. You can bail. You can do whatever you want to do.
I'm good for a
Love
while.
having you here. Awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, and I was
Maria-
going to say, I sent you, because I got nuked off Twitter with my potentially criminal thing. I sent you my new, finally, I got reestablished.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. And it's hard because it's hard to connect with everybody once you lose that link.
It makes so much of a freaking difference. Because the Twitter thing, I can send these links. Is it the SoCo? No.
No. I just sent you on the same email we were talking about.
Oh, but the SoCo got the great screen grab of Kurt giving me a hug.
Oh.
Okay. Anyways. All right.
Oh, sorry.
I'm
I got to
gonna-
answer. Real quick. Somebody's Vintage Willow's asking, what is the artwork on the wall behind you? All right. So it's a website called Frome, Frome. They take like a movie and they squish it down so all the frames become one big blur. And that one is Hunt for Red October. And then this one is Heat with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. So it's my favorite movie.
Oh.
And they have like, if you go on their website, they have like 1,300 of them, based like all kinds of movies.
Oh, okay. That's a freaking I want Princess Bride.
Actually, hold on. I wonder if they got it. Here, let's see if it's there. Princess Bride. I assume it is. Search.
It's gotta be. All right, I'm getting focus. People are yelling at me with the focus emoji.
Yeah, hold on. Share screen, Chrome tab. There you go. And it's not that bad. Like the one I have, the size I have is like $25.
And that's the Princess Bride?
Yeah, squished all the way down.
Oh, I need this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I need that. I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be fun. All right. Maria Alvarez, thank you for super chat. Oh wow, After Dark live is spicy. It gets that way. It does. Yeah. You want to get really spicy after dark? Sean uses a lot of cursey words and it's a lot of fun. Like if you have feelings, Sean expresses them vocally.
Yes.
Kate Waters, anyone following the Kristen Smart trial? I don't know that trial. Sean, do you?
I have no idea what it's about. Kristen Smart.
And Gabby, Princess Bride, really? Yes, Princess Bride. Great theater.
Oh, so she's presumed dead. Okay. No, so some guy, she's the victim. Okay. Yeah, no, I not heard about this one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You might want to take a look.
Yeah, it's a cold case from 2002.
Oh, wild. Focus. Watch the trial, focus. Yes, Samantha, I did get there eventually. It took me a minute. I did get there. The chicken coop. How much are tequila shots for Robin on Civil? You can't pay me enough to start drinking tequila on stream. Like you just can't. You don't have that in your pocketbook. Burberries. That is Rosa. She is the one who made these. Can I request another bromance hug between Kurt and Rob? I think someone screen captured that, and I think it's circulating somewhere. Tiffany Bernier. Kurt visiting Rob in Fairfax makes me want to invite myself over for drinks. I'm right here. LOL. Happy early birthday. you know, Kurt and I are probably gonna do a meetup at some point, and I think actually might be tomorrow night. We haven't decided yet. But
Is it your
keep an eye
birthday,
on-
Rob?
No, it's not.
Oh,
It's happy
okay.
early birthday for I think someone else that was on the street.
Oh, okay.
Kurt saying happy birthday to them. Yes. Jamie Franzak, after a rough week in healthcare, thank you. And that is a rough week. So, yeah. Thank you for the entertainment. Love the Friday Hangouts. Mike represents us Chicagoans so well. I mean, I don't know how I can take that. I can take that a lot of directions. Like so many directions. Oh my gosh. You guys are so nice. The second I said Princess Bride, it started a debate in the chat. It was awesome. Okay. Maria Alvarez. So soft heart and sexy. Just wondering age. Keep it, it's curiosity is a good thing. Lynn, Debbie, check out the EDB stream with Woodstack Daddy. Nope, we're not going to subject Debbie to that type of debauchery. She doesn't need to see that. She's innocent. We do not need to corrupt her. Those things just happen. Brewberries, Mike, are you salty? Do you need a unicorn too? He probably does. I can get you an address. The chicken coop. We need some uncivil and what's
vocab.
What is that?
Is that the Katie Joy Paulson stuff? I don't know if that's.
I just yawned. WOACB. What is if I type that in WOACB?
Yeah.
Without a crystal ball.
Yeah. Oh.
It's a Reddit stream. Maybe. I don't know. I have it. It's a tab that's open, so I'll look at it.
Yeah.
Island, focus if you want, but my ADHD loves the chaos. Mine loves it too much that I get distracted. Blum, blum, blum. Without a crystal ball, the chat is filling me in on that. Oh my gosh. Sean, repeat the website for someone in the chat.
Oh, from FROME.
FROME. So for the people in the chat that want that squish down, you know what? I'm going to throw it in the description of the video. KRSV 2473, just repping my favorite word, nibblings. Fun to say. You only need one word for your siblings, children, and plural. It works for gender neutral singular. Nibblings. Okay, you got it. Ladybug Lisa, kindly please turn on closed captions. I got it. I saw that super chat and I did. Yep. Sean's writing something squeaky. Bright Eyes, recommend custom dentist.
Didn't know it was that loud.
That's fine. It made me more excited to read it. That one. I need a whiteboard.
I use this when I have clients who are in jail. Sometimes I use Zoom, especially if there's COVID issues. So like if they're not understanding something, I will literally write it out or draw something so they understand what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I need it.
It works actually.
Bright Eyes, recommend custom Dennis the Goat emoji for Debbie's channel. I need it for mine because Dennis the Goat interrupted that closing argument at all the right times to call that guy an asshole. Rain 432. Late for Friday night frenzy. I'm assuming. I hope a golf tournament is an acceptable excuse for. Yes, golf is always an acceptable excuse to be late to anything. Truffle Hound. I take it back. Great move by the judge to let this pillock represent himself. It's not really his call, Sean. I mean, you've seen that.
Yeah. Generally, you have your right, and as long as you're not clearly. As long as you're competent to stand trial, you can pretty much do it.
That judge tried to talk him out of it.
Mm-hmm. That judge wanted to make sure it doesn't get overturned.
And he did such a good job of walking him through all the potential pitfalls, consequences, opening the door, everything. Like there are judges that do great. That was a good judge. Mandalore Wise, what was the saying about pro se litigants? If you represent, no, it's the attorney that represents himself has a jackass as an attorney and an idiot for a
fool for a client and a sucker for an
I'd add that you have a client. All the above. You got it right. Law Patrol pro tip: do not defer to the court or the jury as you guys. Could be worse. There's a lot of worse things you can say. Lindsay Metcalf, Dennis is giving better closing than this guy. Dennis, the GOAT, did a better closing than him. Callista, just want to appreciate Debbie's GOAT for the excellent comedic timing. It was fantastic. Sean, I don't know if you caught that. The GOAT came
I
in
did not.
right. Oh, dude, it was freaking-tastic. M169, it's Friday night. I have my Arbor missed, and I am sorry. I'm sorry. And I'm here for the shenanigans. There are shenanigans, and Arbor mist leads to a lot of them. Barrowen, I am so pissed he lacks self-awareness. He definitely did. Kelly's Corner, I need more wine for this. This closing is 3 poop emojis in a row. It was indeed, and he got convicted. Donnie Joe Mo, his closing was a trigger for me, but Mrs. Mathewson was amazing and inspiring to many. She was strong, even when he asked gross questions. That was, I don't care what side of the aisle you are on, that was tough to watch. That cross.
Talking about, well, yeah, but that was about him wanting to get at her and mess with her. So
it was one of those things.
Yeah.
That, and she sat there during the entire close. Like, she sat there, and kudos to her. A lot of people can't do that. Ms. Savvy and Cool, but he didn't testify. He can't testify in closing. Correct. Which is why so many people were saying, why didn't he say, I didn't do it? He can't. He chose not to testify. He cannot get up and make a statement that he did or did not do anything. He cannot do that. That is a waiver in that moment. Waiver. You can't do it. So he did a lot of very bad things during that close. The one thing he didn't do was he didn't cross that line.
Yes. And the neat thing is, when you have an attorney, he can get up and say he didn't do it.
Correct.
And that's why having an attorney would have been very helpful in that moment.
Yep. But he could not actually say it, because someone was saying that earlier and they were like, he's not saying he didn't do it. He can't. He's not allowed to. Law Patrol, exactly how many goals can this guy kick in one closing? He kicked a lot of own goals. He had tons of them. KWNY Upstate, this guy looks like he has an unhappy meal because he was fired by McDonald's. We're not going to discriminate on that one. I know a lot of good people that worked at McDonald's. I've represented some of them. But this guy was a complete and utter, you know what? We're not going to talk. He doesn't deserve a lot of time on the print. Mary Malarkey, love the new background. Mike, this is for you and Pups. Wish I could do more. I will relay that. Look at the Chicago emoji. I love that. Trufflehound, I take it back. Great move by the judge to let this pillock represent himself. We hit that one already. How hard is it for y'all to suppress eye rolls when you're faced with people like Trevor Summers? It is not effing easy. And it's not just Trevor Summers. It's prosecutors. It's witnesses. It's hard to not react. I don't know if you had anything, Sean.
No, I got nothing to add there. Sorry.
Yeah. So, Battlemore Pride, new member. There were a lot of new members, so I do want to shout out. There were a lot of gifted subs. I can't see who did it. I know, and the funny thing is, the chat has done a great job of thanking everyone there, and I do want to thank everyone that gifted memberships. Welcome. Have fun with the emojis. Remind me to focus all the time, please, if you don't mind. Yeah. Dory Rhodes, wood puns for followers, but surely we're unicorns. You guys can be whatever you want to be. The Law Patrol. Damn, I already wrote it on the care pack. Oh, that was the wrong. That was someone dropped in the chat the wrong PO box. So I had to pin the right PO box. And I was like, I am pinning this, not because I want you to send anything, but because I don't want some random unsuspecting person to open packages from you guys. And the Law Patrol writes, I already wrote in the care package. Now someone will randomly get the genuine kangaroo balls bottle open. Oh, God.
Yeah, somebody's going to be really either confused or happy.
I don't. Send Wood Daddy Sex to the P.O. box. Please don't. Brewer Berries, all jokes aside, probably don't send anything creepy or uncomfortable to all you. Don't do that. Don't do that. That makes us close that makes us close the YouTube, the P.O. box, and everything is no more fun after that. Tony Davies, I love the Friday frenzy. Thanks for the laughs. A great way to spend Saturday morning, Australia. Thank you for being here very much and for that super chat. Law Patrol, combination of trial stress, adrenaline, caffeine can make it hard to hold it together after a verdict. Yes. I have been there. I am sure Sean has been there, where it's like you are running on nothing, just 100% adrenaline. You haven't eaten in 2 days. You just want to fall over, but you can't, and you're just 100% adrenaline. And that judgment or verdict or whatever comes in, the ruling comes in, and you are just, yeah, it's a special moment.
Yeah, and I mean, even when it's not as bad. What if I'm doing like a misdemeanor trial or something really small? But if it's something big, I get done, and the only thing I'm going to do after that immediately is just pass out and like just get home and like just fall on my bed, and that's it. And in the meantime, it's not only the stress of that, but like your phone's been exploding. There's calls you got to return. You check your email just to hope to God it's not like a million things, and there's just so much to do after that, and it's just so draining, and it's like you're sitting there and you're just waiting you're making sure every little thing goes right, and it's just so attention. It's hard.
And there's a weird moment, like I call it like you've got 2 hours out of me after a trial, and then I forget what my name is. Like your brain just goes to mush.
Yeah, it can be a lot.
And I do see a chat. Everyone's tired. I'm tired of everyone especially YouTubers using the F-bomb. You know what? I don't use the F-bomb very much on this chat. I actually got a bleep button for that purpose. So you just must not listen to me very much. I'm sorry. I don't really think that we need to go to profanity all the time. But every now and then.
Well, I use profanity because I can't use it in court.
Yeah, Sean
I got to wear it out.
Sean needs the outlet. He's got to use it somewhere.
Yes. Although I'm a lot better than I used to. I've had a couple people tell me,
I agree.
Ask me to tone it down, so I do.
You've been behaved. You're very good. And you're even better. You know what? If it's your own stream, that's the thing. If it's your own stream, it's your own chat, that's your chat.
Yes.
It's fine. My chat knows me. And you guys are great. I love you guys. But yeah. Crazy Cat King, Sean, where do you practice in case I ever get myself into trouble? I have combat PTSD, so a temper when people get stupid or abusive in public.
Ohio. And if you're in Ohio, and it happens, drop me my email is always attached to my videos, and it's on my about part of my page. Get in touch with me. If I can't make it to where you are, I can get you somebody who can.
Yep. Nicholas Stero, unionist labor law. I wish I could have done trials, but I have resting serial killer face, so I only did pre-trials and depots. Probably the better for your clients. I don't know.
Yeah. See, I've had jurors tell me before, like, oh, we didn't know, when they hear me sit there at trial and we go through things, then you talk to them afterwards. They're like, oh, you're so pleasant afterwards. I'm like, well, yeah, we're in trial. This is serious business. This guy's looking at like 20 years. Like, I'm not going to sit there with a smile on my face.
Yep.
So,
Emily D. Baker's chat has ruined it for Wood Daddy. No, we still have fun.
What happened?
Favorite movie line from Princess Bride. I don't know. There's a lot, but there's something unique about you don't happen to have 6 fingers on your left hand, do you? Like that. Yep. Or inconceivable. I don't think that word means what you think it means. All the above. Every line. That movie, the script in that movie. It's fantastic. That's one of the best scripts that ever existed. Emily Baker, blah, blah, blah. We did that one. T in Tennessee. I work crazy hours, but I tune in when I can. Tish, you're amazing. You come to all of our channels and give us a lot of love. Tanya, the Tiny Spider Monkeys Ninja. God, I love that name. Rob, your community rocks. I got a surprise gift membership and it made my night. Thank you for the awesome birthday wishes and amazing stream. Tanya, happy birthday. It is almost midnight my time. It's close enough. Celebrate that birthday. Rock it out, honey. Love it.
Happy birthday.
Exactly. Samantha Sinus, don't challenge the pocketbook. I said that you couldn't pay me enough to do a shot of tequila on my live stream. You can't. Nope. Princess Bride equals as you wish. Yes, it does. As you do wish. Sean, Robert De Niro, and Al Pacino. There's a match made in heaven. They were amazing in The Godfather Part 2. That is a troll on me.
Oh, well, it's nice because this is a movie where this is the first movie where they actually met face to face in a scene.
Yeah. And Truffle Hound's
It's one of the
trying to
most when they meet. It's one of them. It's a very intense situation. It's really cool.
Yep. I've never seen The Godfather 1.
Really? Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Look what they did to my boy.
Truffle Hound is gonna taunt me until the end of the days until I see it. I can't dedicate that time if I'm talking to you guys for the whole night. It's just how it works. I'm sorry. Jen K. Law Nerd, happy to see Woodstack Daddy stream. Glad you're here. Glad you enjoyed it. Pam Myers, what is the website, Sean? Frome, Frome. I'm going to put it in the description to the video.
The amount of times I've plugged them, they should, I've already got Frome, so it's not like they can give me a sponsorship, but it's like they should give me a sponsorship.
They just need to do it. They need to do it. Don't challenge the pocketbook again. That was not me pulling up an old one. That was a repeat. That's not a challenge. I'm just telling you, you don't have it. Kate Waters, Kristen Smart case was opened by your own backyard podcast. It was fascinating. You might want to write that down because the Kristen Smart case, your own backyard podcast, it is fascinating. The investigation was bumbled for decades. Finally, a trial. Interesting.
Yeah. I pulled up a bunch in the meantime about it.
All right. Patrick Gomes. It was squeaky when written, so squeaky Frome. I'll see. Oh. It's you know what? It's late and I just read them.
It's good. It's good though. They're good. You got to read them. You can't ignore them.
I know. 9 Inch Nails Gal. EDB has a playlist about WOACB and KJ. I will check that out when I get a moment, please. Check email. Flaming Dennis clip sent. I saw it. I saw it. The effing Dennis. Yeah, it was epic. That's gonna be a sound on my channel. Nurse M. Rob, my husband, my son, and my older brother are all named Rob. Awesome name. I love it. Consider you a friend. I actually consider a lot of you guys friends. I hope to get my son to learn some woodworking from you in the future. I would be absolutely delighted. Yeah, it's get him out, get him in the shop, get him learning something. Get him outside, get him on the range, get him to learn different everything. Just teach kids all the things. It's just Judy. Thank you for being here, my dear. You thought Malört was gag worthy. Try call Illis. Oh. Don't know. Malört was hard to choke down. You know what? It's just Judy. I put you through a night tonight. I'm going to write this down. And I'm going to try this stupid scotch. And if it kills me, then it kills me. I hope that doesn't kill me. Oh, please don't kill me. Okay. I've got it. Please don't hurt me. Love Patrol. Sorry, Rob. Should have known to keep it as a little less Aussie and a little more PC. Hayden, you're fine, buddy. Matt Tajati. Trials of the Century, Wednesday evening, and Lawyers and Dragons Saturday are a must. Friday Frenzy are a guilty pleasure. Thank you for all you share, like your words about Elaine's interview. Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, you guys need to do Sam Shepard for the Sam Shepard trial for Trials of the Century. The one they based The Fugitive off of.
Oh. And actually, I wanted to do this while Kurt was on here, but hopefully I'll be able to tell him tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to change my Trials of the Century. In light of this trial, Trevor Summers, I was going to do the Sacco and Vanzetti on Wednesday.
Oh, there you go.
I now want to do Gideon Wainwright.
That's always that's the OG himself. Hand wrote his cert motion on some notebook paper.
And I want to do it in favor of this a-hole. Like the dude that was deprived the right to counsel. And established that.
Yes.
So I think I'm going to do that. So just the original badass pro se. I love it. Yep. Yep. So that's Sarah, Warthog Faced Buffoon, Princess Bride. Boom. You had love. Wood Daddy's good thing, just dirty for sure. Oh, Battleborn Pride, you. Nick Listero, Eunice Labor Law. Cole Isla is decent scotch if you like tar. I don't know if I like you guys. You're trying to kill me. And then one more. Read the book, Godfather, better than the movie. I have been trolled that I need to watch the movie. If I don't watch the movie, y'all will kill me. I can't not do it. But
you don't need to read the book to watch the movie. It's actually good enough. The movie's that good.
I'm gonna do my best. It's just Judy. Cole Isla tastes like burnt tires that have been sitting on a peat bog. Holy smokes. Okay. So that's gonna be the challenge. It's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
To all of you that braved it to 11:45 at night. Thank you very much for being here, Sean, and all of my lovely guests. Sean, channel plug. I will plug your channel for a second, then I want you to do it. Sean is one of the most fun and genuine people I've ever seen on YouTube. The emotion, and when I say genuine, the emotion that he has, go and look up his chili, the chili series. Which one is that one?
Well, I did 2 videos on him, so
I know, but they're like the best.
No, well, thanks.
I don't think I stopped laughing. No, say what the title of the video is. I need you to hear.
Well, I do. Well, one of them's Chili DeCastro and the Trifold of Stupidity. I try to do like a Harry Potter take on it because I know people like Harry Potter.
So good.
Yeah, and then the other one's just me, Chili DeCastro, and just how big of a loser he is. I didn't know you watched those, but yeah, glad you liked them.
Of course I watched them. I liked them. I think I even commented on them. I love those streams because I loved it when you like pause and you said, the thing is, we do need to vent off steam, and every now and then you need the F-bomb. And Sean is so good at delivering the perfect F-bomb. I don't know, between Sean and Legal Vices, I don't know who I like hearing the F-bomb out of more.
Yeah.
Sean's up there though.
Oh, are you talking about the one where I'm reviewing the cases he cites? And I'm like,
oh yes,
this is Chief.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, that's Chili DeCastro and the Trifold of Stupidity.
Oh God, it's just epic.
Thank you.
You know what? If you're still awake, I think it's only a 30-minute video.
It's like 15 minutes. It's not 30 minutes.
If you're still awake, go watch it.
Yeah,
just go watch it. Go to Sean's channel, go watch it. It is well worth the watch. And if you want to laugh for a good 15 minutes before bed, freaking perfect. Do it. All right. Anyways, Sean, they can find you where?
You can find me at Potentially Criminal. Guys, I try to cover, criminal related things that are going on in the news, pop culture. I also try to just if people have questions and topics, try to answer them, but also things that, I try to live stream trials when I can. This morning, we finished up a trial. And then right after that, the Trump affidavit got released. So we tried to cover that. Not really much to cover, just a lot of the black bars of transparency everywhere, as I like to call it when they get redactions. Did you see that at all? Did you see that at all, Rob?
No, tell me about it.
They're literally like entire pages of it just redacted, like whole pages of it are just redacted.
Is Chili on your channel spelled? Oh, there it is. Chili DeCastro.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to grab it up now.
I'm gonna grab it.
I'm
grabbing it.
Okay.
Chili DeCastro, because I want to do this. I want to do this.
Here, I just put it in the link. Here's a chat. Here's the link to that one.
No, I'm gonna do you one better. Hang on.
Oh, okay.
Do you have me set up for redirects?
I do. I think I don't know how to do those yet. I'm a little bit boomery when it comes to those. Be honest.
Let me do it. All right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pin that video because the thing is, Nick doesn't start for another 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Nick's always
another
late.
20 minutes. Yeah,
Nick's always late. So I am going to pin that video in the comments. Go watch it. It's a lot of fun. Sean stuck it out with me. So just go watch that video. And Secret Squirrel, I'm not doing anything to you. I didn't go in. He's not doing a live. I just sent him to a video that's already been viewed. Go to bed. Go to bed, my dear. You did great. You gave us the Mike Law Talk with Mike origin story. It was fantastic. Go to bed. So, yeah. And then I'm sorry, you don't have to watch Chili, Secret McSquirrel. You can go watch something peaceful. I'm not gonna but I have to go to bed, and you should too. Okay, last two super chats. I'm closing it down. Rob, are you covering more of the live and PGA with Peter? I will be, because that case is only getting better and only getting more complicated. Rob, have you ever worked with Myrtle, as in crepe myrtle? It's really twisty, bendy. You can't get a lot of planks out of it. It's got great color though. I have not. It's great for green carving, so for spoons, etc. I know a lot about a lot of stupid stuff. But anyways, y'all, Sean and I are going to bid you good evening. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great time. Sean, please say good night to everybody.
Night, everybody. Thanks for having me on again, Rob.
I love it. Thank you for being here, buddy. And everyone else, enjoy your weekend.